First of all, Ernest, I would like to start off by giving a shout out to FYF Sports Debates podcast. I really love that podcast. I really do.
FYF Sports, man. Man, we back. Salute to everybody in here, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. He said nobody leaving the NBA to play in this league. That's not the type of league it is, Raider Cujo. We'll talk about it here in a minute. It's an international league. It's not supposed to be a replacement, or I wouldn't even say it's a direct comp to the NBA. Salute to everybody pulling up. Infamous, I see you in here. Marcus, Ricky, E245, all the OGs of the channel. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. FYF Sports, man. We got a lot to cover today, man. We're going to cover 3 main topics. We're going to drop the link. We're going to bring everybody up here to cook on these topics, man. Right? As y'all start to filter in, make sure y'all come through. Support the channel, man. Hit the Cash App to support. Ken Rogers said, how you been, man? I've been solid, man. Been trying to knock out these lives more, mainly. Give y'all content. Also, coaching it up on my end, man. Just trying to do what we supposed to do. Trying to go back-to-back this year. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. When you coaching this, you got to find ways to try to challenge the guys consistently, right? Trying to find solid competitions so that we're not just blowing everybody out, man. It's not as easy as it sounds sometimes. Salute to Mahari in here as well. And I see everybody watching over on Twitch as well. Salute to the people that are watching on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been coming through big over on Twitch, man. Man, hey, look, man, and then Real Takes, man, you got to come here and talk to the people about this TikTok ban, man. TikTok, because I know you've been big on TikTok. And it's TikTok. I mean, I think we're 3 days away from the supposed TikTok ban, and I don't think anything significant has been put into play to stop it. So, man, I want to see how this plays out, because I never, for whatever reason, man, I never really went, put content on TikTok consistently. I never tried to really develop that platform. But hey, y'all, but SB, I think I found your replacement for TikTok. Right? It was a company that reached out to me from China, and this was back in like the end of December. But I'm gonna plug you in on that a little later in the show when we start getting to the topic. Salute to Michael Jordan fans are the best. Appreciate you guys getting here. I see y'all slowly starting to sprinkle in. My apologies for shooting them notifications out late. I try to shoot the notifications out 2-3 hours before the live stream starts, but I was ripping, running, doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I don't really have a whole bunch of time to get this live set up the way I wanted to. But hey, y'all, I wanted to talk about, before we get into the NBA topic, am I on Rumble? So salute to Fins fan over on Twitch. He says, am I on Rumble? That is the next platform that I plan to start trying to develop, is Rumble. That is the next platform. So I don't know. I mean, I know I like Rumble based on what I've been hearing about it. They've been giving out some really good deals, but I've been hearing a lot of good about Rumble and bad. I've been hearing there's like a lot of fake accounts and a lot of fake followers over there. But at the end of the day, viewership is viewership. And I wish that with StreamYard, I wish they would add like a Rumble channel so I could stream on Rumble as well. But sounds like something I'm gonna have to do separate. Just talk about Bron being exposed. I don't know what you mean exposed. Exposed about what? I mean, from what I know, cheating on his wife. I mean, hey, Darren Hernandez, we just did a live stream on it. Yes, Jules came out and said it was all fake news. So unfortunately, when the lady comes out and says it's fake news, then there's not much I can rock with. Everything else seems to just be rumor, right? I know DJ Academic said this is what you do. I mean, I don't know. That was I don't think he made any friends saying that, right? It just ultimately made him look like the weirdo, right? Whether it's true or false, I don't believe he has any information to support. And even if it was true, that's not my lane. I don't talk about the drama. I don't talk about the messiness like that. That's all. When D-Wade was going through his off-the-court stuff, I didn't talk about it, right? When Kevin Durant was going through his off-the-court stuff, I didn't talk about it, right? Same thing with Lonzo Ball going through messy breakups. I didn't talk about it. It does me no good to talk about gossip. There's plenty of gossip channels that will gossip about that. One of those gossip channels that likes to gossip about stuff is Casino for Life, which is funny that you brought that up because of the Chad Ochocinco and the Shannon Sharpe thing, where Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco essentially set up all of these like fake entertainment news content creators by basically putting a narrative out there that Shannon Sharpe has signed Chad Ochocinco's ex to a podcast deal, and he did it all behind Chad Ochocinco's back. And he was just really putting it out there in that particular manner to see what fake content creators was going to ultimately just bite on it. Right now, there's a few of them out there that obviously just reported on it, but people like Casino, what they do is they like to report on it, but then he likes to try to add little juicy elements because he likes to pretend that he's that guy, that he knows insider stuff that nobody else knows. So he did a whole 3-4 hour live stream, really trying to break down the ins and outs and what was going on and what he had been hearing, and this was going to happen. So he was going through all of this stuff. It was all fake. It was all made up. But he's gotten away so long with pushing all this fake news. And then 2 days later, Shannon Sharpe, Ochocinco, they're doing that stream on Nightcap. And the next thing you know, Sherelle pops in. Hey, man, y'all need to stop trolling, man. We was all, and it's just like, oh. And then when they exposed what they was trying to do, and he really started to, he essentially did everything but name drop Casino. That's all he did. He did everything but name drop him, which was funny as hell, man. So, that's why I say y'all got to go with y'all research purposes only. Yeah, Max, Dreamers Pro made it, but see, they so thirsty to push the entertainment side of it. But the one thing I can give props to Dreamers Pro is that Dreamers Pro will just report the news. Obviously, he'll put his thoughts and opinions to it, which everybody will. But it's a difference between, right, just reporting the news and maybe adding your opinion on top of it. But Casino is the one that pretends as if he has the insider information. I know this. No one else knows this. I've been telling y'all this was happening. Like he tries to push it out there like he's the super insider. And I think that's why when you go to his own, like when you go, like he did a stream to kind of address how he was wrong. But his own channel, I literally went to his original video. It's literally hundreds and hundreds of comments from his own people killing him. Sino, take this video down. Sino, man, take the L, man. Hold this L, man. Quit trying to act like you was just reporting the news. I'm talking about his whole comment section is just killing him. So it is what it is. Darren Hernandez says, Lamont, stop it. Ack is really LinkedIn. He probably is LinkedIn. I'm not, but Darren Hernandez, I don't necessarily care if it's true or fake. Just the way Ack tried to put it out there is he's not going to gain any fans. Just the way he's doing it. There may be some truth to it. I don't know what Bron has going on in his personal life. All I know is that the lady that was rumored said this is fake. The lady that they initially tried to attach it to came out and said this is fake. I don't know what y'all want me to do with it. Y'all want me to go digging and diving into non-basketball stuff? It absolutely makes no sense. I'm not doing that. It's not basketball related. Right. And it's just like, and I haven't seen Najee the Chosen One. I haven't seen you on here. Najee the Chosen One, you actually left a comment on one of my videos that like had Kobe fans like crying and whining and just up in the roar. I haven't even seen them on the live for a minute. But hopefully Najee the Chosen One, if you're listening, I was talking to like an extreme Kobe fan. I mean, I've never seen these like devout Kobe fans like this. He basically said he started his YouTube channel because he wanted to defend Kobe's legacy. He says he doesn't care about making money. He doesn't care about putting out legitimate content. He just said that he created his channel because he wanted to uphold Kobe's legacy. He said that's his brother in arms, and whatever it is, they are linked. I don't know how he got so close to Kobe Bryant. But I think Najee the Chosen One was like trolling somebody in my comments. And he did a comment. Like, and for me, Najee the Chosen One has been commenting on my videos for years now. So he has an odd sense of humor. He says weird things in the chat. Like most people just look past it, whether it's about LeBron, whether it's about any person or Jordan or anybody. But he put something in the chat trolling somebody because somebody kept talking about Kobe. And I think they were in the thread. As I read through the thread, they were talking about different types of stats and things like that. And Najee the Chosen One put, well, Kobe's dead. And it almost sounded like he was alluding to the fact that Kobe couldn't, get any more accolades, awards, stats, anything like that, which I get it. Probably, he made a comment that probably wasn't, it wasn't the most proper, poor taste, poor words to use. But one of these Kobe fan channels, I don't know how I forget his channel name. He screenshotted it. I went on his panel. Like I actually was just on Tickets Live. I get off Tickets Live and I'm just scrolling through like videos and I see somebody live. I click on it and before I can even say anything, they talking about me. They was like, yeah, he was just on Ticket Channel saying this about Jokic. And I'm like, okay. So I'm listening. I'm like, man, why are they talking about me? It was just so random how I always am able to pop in the chats when people are talking about me. And it was kind of a petty thing. They were saying I'm hating on Kobe with my last two videos. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Extreme Kobe fans, y'all going to say anything is hate. Anything that you don't agree with, anything that's not 1,000% positive, which stamps Kobe as the GOAT, of course you're going to say is negative, right? You're fanned out. So with Najee the Chosen One, I guess they screenshotted. And the crazy thing about it is on the video that they screenshotted his comment, I think there was like 1,000 comments. So I don't even know how they even found it, but they screenshotted Najee's comments. And when I went up there, they basically said, you allow this on your channel? And I'm like, I didn't even know. They said, well, you liked it. I said, I like all comments. And they said, well, you need to check him the next time he comes. So Najee, the chosen one, whoever you are, you've never been on the panel before. Only time I see you is in the comments, commenting it up. So Najee, the chosen one, I'm giving you a big check mark because they told me the next time I see you, they said I needed to check you. Now, I don't know what that means on the internet, right? When we're on the internet, and I don't know if they wanted me to come up here and be fake internet gangster and say that I'm gonna pull up on you and beat you up. But his specific words was, he said, I need to check Najee, the chosen one. So Najee, the chosen one, you have been checked. Here's your check mark. I'm giving you a check mark for what I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do it. We're online. So Najee, the chosen one, you have been checked. I promised those Kobe fans I would check you, and I'm giving you a big check mark right here. There's your check mark right there, because I don't know any other way to check somebody online. All right, that's the only way I know how to check somebody online. Matter of fact, let's have everybody in the chat just so we can double down on it. Can y'all drop some check marks? Drop the check mark emoji in the chat for Najee, the chosen one, so that not just me, but everybody in the chat, as many as we can. Some of you guys in the chat can also check Najee, the chosen one. We're going to hit him with a check mark. That's what they asked me to do. I swear to God, y'all, they said specifically to check him. And it's the only way I know how to do it online. So if you're salute to Jermaine Berry, you just checked Najee, the chosen one. Salute to Brian Smith. I appreciate you checking Najee, the chosen one, with a check mark. And we just look, y'all. This is how this is the only way I know how to check people. I don't know I don't know how to do the fake, I don't know what's up with these dudes online who be angry for no reason. I was in the comments, y'all. I was on Showtime's chat. I was in his chat, right? I was just in Showtime's chat, and I typed something in there. I don't even know what I said. He started going on a tantrum. He was like, yeah, FYF, you said Rudy Gobert was better than Hakeem. And I'm like, when did I say all of this stuff? He was like, yeah, he's like, yeah. He said, you said Rudy Gobert better than Hakeem, and Elder checked you on it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What, like, can somebody find this video for me where I said Rudy Gobert is better than But the thing is, in my mind, I know the conversation that he was talking about, but because it's like when you're dealing with people that are kind of slow and they don't understand that the conversation that you're having, what they do is they hear certain things and they just run with it. And so they just run with certain stupid narratives, right? Which even in that conversation, I did not say Rudy Gobert was better than Hakeem Olajuwon. But see, what the thing is, but I also asked him, I said, just drop the link. I'll come up there and explain. And he was like, nah, I'm not dropping the link. I gotta cover this Clippers game. It was a sorry Clippers game too. It wasn't even really a good Clippers game. And it's just like, man, what is wrong with these emotional dudes on YouTube? Like, I didn't even think Showtime was that emotional. I even said a joke to him in the chat. I was like, bro, if you think that, you got an attention span of a 4-year-old. This man almost like his blood pressure, his face got red. He was like, bitch, you ain't this. I'm like, man, why are you so mad? I said, I was just joking. I was like, what's wrong with you? And it's just like, I mean, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I'm always willing to go to other people's channels and pull up, right? I always ask people to drop the link if they got an issue. He was scared to drop the link. He was like, nah, I got to cover this Clippers game. I do it after. You really think I'm going to sit here watching your channel, watch you cover one of the most boring teams in NBA history for the next hour and a half just so I can click the link? No, I'm not waiting around because he pulled up some other dude and all they doing is just talking about me. And I'm like, bro, I'm right here in the chat. If you really was this emotional about anything that I say, I'm here in the chat right now. Just give me the link. If you don't like what I say, just kick me out. But see, this is what we dealing with on YouTube. We're dealing with people like Showtime, because Showtime will come on this channel and he'll be the most politest of politest people when he comes into my chat. I go over there, crack one joke, and he really ready to crash out. I was like, bro, I'm just joking. But I mean, this is what we dealing with on YouTube, man. This is what we dealing with, man. We dealing with extremely sensitive fans. And like, you know what? My 2 Kobe videos that I did, I don't expect Kobe fans to agree with the basketball sentiments, but the one thing that you cannot say about those videos is that it's hate. Hate is talking about Kobe's grape case. Hate is talking about Kobe off the court. We don't do that. Hate is pushing narratives about Kobe Bryant that we don't push. Everything that we talked about, especially in those two videos, was revolved around the numbers in Kobe's game, whether to the good or to the bad, whether we agree or disagree. That's what I appreciate about at least the people that clicked the link and pulled up. They tried. There was a few people, like Nahari. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about half the time because a lot of these guys don't understand analytics, but it was a basketball conversation. So these Kobe fans, I just implore y'all to listen a little bit better. And if y'all hear something that you don't understand or agree with, don't go running off to your channels acting as if you really understood, because a lot of y'all don't understand basketball. Right. So the guys that was on the Kobe channel, they don't understand like real basketball talk. So what they do is when they run off and they just talk about what you said, isolated without you there, they just misconstrue everything and they get super hyped up and emotional about it. You said this about Kobe. You said this about Kobe. Oh, you said this about no. Like these guys were so delusional, y'all. Check this out, Herm. I'm gonna drop the link, Herm, because Herm, I think you was there. They were so delusional. When after I did the Kobe video about his defense, he said he thinks Kobe Bryant is a better defender than Scottie Pippen. I don't even think Kobe Bryant would concede to the fact that he was a better defender than Scottie Pippen, especially if you watch Kobe's detailed video on defense, where he really talked about Scottie Pippen's defense. And I said, so I asked him, I said, okay, what makes Scottie Pippen what makes Kobe Bryant a better defender than Scottie Pippen, like on the basketball court? And the only thing they could say was, well, you said it was about accolades. Kobe got more defensive teams. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the basketball court? And it's just like, if you can't talk basketball, if you don't understand the game, if you don't understand what a good defender is, what a bad defender is, it's cool. But don't pretend. See, that's why I be challenging people. And I think that's why a lot of people get mad at me. Like Showtime was on this channel. He said, you think you smart? No, I don't think I'm smart. I just ask you questions where you actually have to think. So like I could ask that question to Showtime. What makes any like we can go to Kawhi Leonard. What makes Kawhi Leonard an elite defender in his prime? Talk basketball. He would struggle. The Kobe fans struggled. So y'all just gotta level up the way y'all talk about basketball. Don't run off crying because you feel some type of way about the conclusions. Man, really just level up and start really talking basketball. Go study the game. But to me, it just starts sounding ultra feminine when y'all just get to huddling up on podcasts that, with 7 people watching the live and y'all talking about FYF when I'm one of the most welcoming people. I'm one of the most open. It's easy to talk to me. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to always come to your channel. We can talk basketball there. You can always come in my comments. We can chop it up there. But if you're running around screenshotting stuff, if you're running around talking, you making videos about me, but you won't even tag me in the title or the description, so I know it's made. You're just running around hiding. Because I think a lot of people know what time it is. Speak on Kyrie Ice Cube situation. I don't know about the Kyrie Ice Cube situation. Herm, you can enlighten us on it. I had 3 topics in mind today that I want to talk about. I also want to talk about the Adam Silver stuff in the threes, because I was talking to Colin. I wasn't not talking, but I was listening to that Colin Cowherd interview with Adam Silver, and Colin Cowherd is the first person that I've heard, especially when I say first person, the first person that's like from the community before millennials, for example, right? Older, from the 80s and 90s time frame, where when I heard what he said to Adam Silver, I said, okay, he gets it. He gets it. Hey, can y'all put Mr. Kyle on And Herm, I'm gonna make you a mod as well too. Oh no, you already mod. Somebody please put Mr. Kyle on timeout. You don't have to block him. Put him if he's gonna spam, just put him on timeout. And if he does it again, we'll just block him. That's the main thing. We're trying not to block too many people. And Max, you can do that as well. Any of the mods, if y'all see anybody spamming, just time them out first. And then if it still keeps happening, then we just block them next, man. But I want y'all to hear what Colin Cowherd was saying. But Herm, I don't know what was going on with Kyrie and Ice Cube, but when I drop that link, if you want to talk about it, we can definitely go in on it, because today is just one of those open streams. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things, and it's kind of an open panel thing where I really want, if you don't agree with some of the older videos, if there were some talking points in the Kobe videos that you didn't really rock with, or maybe even didn't understand, it's your opportunity to always come up here. You can question anything, right? He says you're smart by talking about Kobe at the moment. He has a documentary coming up at the end of the month. I don't know about his documentary. If he has a documentary, salute, but I don't know about it. When it comes out, I'll definitely react to it. But no, I was only talking about Kobe because obviously we had the debate with Scap and Gill, and that debate with Scap and Gill really showed me how a lot of when you're so fanned out over a single player, you no longer even have a care or concern for the topic on hand that he's even being discussed. Right. And when you look at Scap Attack, and Scap Attack knows the game of basketball, but he is so Kobe fanned out that he couldn't even stay on topic. Right. And it's sad that in that live stream, multiple times, me and Gil had to keep reiterating to him, okay, we're not talking about Kobe's whole career. We know he was a dog, especially after Shaq left. We're only talking about 2000, 2001, and 2002. And when you can't talk about, when you're so fanned out and you cannot talk about just a 3-year segment and you're trying to use all of these other pieces, it's just like, and then even the fans in the chat commenting, I was like, there's so many people out there who don't like Gil. They just want to say Gil got cooked. That's it. But they so fanned out that, like, if I would have done that debate, my traditional debate style, where we go round by round and then people actually come up and vote and we have the topic on the screen, I don't know. It's like, I don't know how many people actually say Scap won the debate because he just never talked about the actual topic. That's the problem. Like, I just wanted to hear him talk about, I actually asked him on that stream. I said, Scap, 2000, 2001, 2002, who was the best player on the league and on the Lakers? You spent the whole live 4 hours yapping about Kobe. When I asked you that single question, you can't answer it. It tells me you kind of answered it in and of itself right there. I think he knows the answer, but I just think he did a lot of deflecting and, filibustering to get around it. LS said Gil got cooked. LS, if you feel like Gil got cooked, when I drop the link, hit the link, come up here and tell us why Gil got cooked. I'm just telling you why I don't think he got cooked. Don't matter. Just because you feel that way. Kudos. Like I say, there are times there have been people like Herm who have won debates, and when I've been completely opposed to his talking point, but because Herm does a good job of sticking to the confines of debate topics, he's like, I think it was a time when Herm debated GOAT James Kingdom, and I think I voted for Herm primarily because I felt like, I think at the time GOAT James Kingdom had got outside of the topic at hand, and Herm did a better job of staying locked in on the topic. And Herm knows this. We are real big on that over here on this channel. Don't filibuster. Don't cater to the emotions of fans listening with nonsensical stuff. Stay locked in on the topic. He says, Gil got cooked, but no one agreed Kobe was better than Shaq. It wasn't about being better than Shaq. It was about who was the number one option from 2000 to 2002. And even in that same debate, Scap Attack said, yeah, we know that Kobe had to sacrifice his game during those years. By default, you're conceding, because the number two always has the sacrifice to the number one. Number ones don't sacrifice. Number twos and number three options sacrifice. When LeBron James went to the Miami Heat, who sacrificed? D Wade and Chris Bosh. When LeBron James played with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, who sacrificed? Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, the number 2 and number 3 options. That's what happens when you are not the number 1 option. That was the whole point. But when you get so fanned out and you can't stay structured within a conversation, you so fanned out, you just cannot accept the concept or idea that you can't fathom the idea that even for a small period of time, he was a lesser option than Shaq. Is fine. You just fanned out. That's the only way basketball works. Basketball only works with roles. Because y'all all watched when Kobe stopped playing into the role of being a number 2, they lost. They could not beat the Pistons. When Kobe was trying to be a number 1, and he was out there running around taking more shots than Shaquille O'Neal, they lost. Because now we have a power struggle. Now that power struggle is messing up the dynamics of this team internally and on the basketball court. And then you end up losing to a team that you are far superior to. Not only doing that, not only losing, but now the team is broken up. So everything falling apart. Phil Jackson got to go. Shaq got to go. I mean, all types of stuff fell apart. Mr. Winter says, Scap won, get over it. If you feel like you won, salute. You can come up here and explain why he won. But see, that's the thing, Mr. Winter. See, why do y'all get mad when we have conversations? Like, y'all get so mad because we have conversations. That's what these channels are for. These channels are for us to talk about these things. These debates aren't finite, where once the debate is over, there's no more talking about it. Like Mr. Winters, because where we can make it finite, Mr. Winters, is if you actually got into one of these debates. How would you fare in a debate, right? I applaud to people to actually hit the link and consistently pull up here and put their takes on the line for critique and criticism. But don't be one of those people that's just always in the chat. You have something always to say about anybody else, but you never want to come up and jump in a head-to-head debate with anybody else that's calling you out. Because Mr. Winters, you've been called out a multitude of times, and you've backed down from a multitude of challenges. You didn't want the LVZ debate. You backed down out of that, right? Mahari Nations called you out for a debate. You didn't want the smoke there. So the thing is, don't come up in here fanboying for Scap Attack if you ain't willing to stand on your own 2 feet and debate on your own. It's FYF Sports Debates. That's all you got to do. But don't be so you that's just you trying to be fanned out. We talk basketball. And it's okay if you felt like Scap won the debate. But don't be scared to debate on the debate channel when you get called out. He says, Lamont mad. No, I mean, LS. Why would I be mad? Like, how does this impact me? LS, do you understand that I've been had Kobe outside of the top 10? And see, the problem is, LS, is I had Kobe outside of my top 10, which is far lower than what Gil had. I mean, Gil had Kobe at 3. I think Kobe's 10 at best. 10 to 15 is where he should be. I've had my opinion on Kobe for years. Where have you been at where were you at when I originally ranked Kobe? LS says, why you mad? Now everybody mad. Okay, LS. Here, let me drop the link for LS. We gotta hear why what is wrong with y'all thinking somebody mad? Let me drop. Let's see if LS hit the link. Here, let me see if LS or Mr. Winters hit the link. Watch this. Dan Morgan said he big mad. Now we big mad over Kobe. Come on, y'all. He says Lamont bugging 10 at best. Yeah, but Mr. Ballerize, based on my criteria, Kobe falls at 10. Based on your criteria, Kobe may fall higher. It's your criteria that puts Kobe. The most common criteria used to rank in top 10s is your resume. Because if y'all remember, I did 2 greatest of all time lists. I did the most skilled players of all time, and then I did the greatest player of all time. So I said the greatest player of all time is going to be more resume driven. I said this is why you can have a guy like Bill Russell ahead of Kobe Bryant when we all know Kobe Bryant's a better basketball player than Bill Russell. But on the greatest of all time list, Bill Russell's resume is superior to Kobe's. And so that's what we're talking about right there. Greatest of all time is your resume being superior to Kobe's. That's all that was. Now, in my other top 10, when I did my top 10 most skilled players of all time, I had Kobe at number 2 all time. That was Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, my top 3 there. But when I don't have to take resume into consideration, now I can focus on what you can do on both sides of the basketball and just judge you based on that. And when we judge it based on that, that's where Kobe can find his way into most people's top 5. But see, when I hear people do their top 10 lists, what I do is I hear people, they have a mix of both. They'll put one guy in their top 10 because of skill, and then they'll put another guy in their top 10 because of championships. And so their top 10 starts to look scrambled and jumped up. And it's just like, how do you have this person here? And how do you have this person here? Your criteria ain't making no sense. And that's why a lot of people really start to critique criteria, and they don't really critique who you got on your list. Because there's nothing I can do about where you rank players or how you feel about a player. Right? Because your bias is going to kick in, no matter, if you're a super Kobe fan, your bias is going to kick in. You're going to put Kobe where you want him to be. And you're going to find a reason to keep him there, no matter what anybody else says. Hold on, we got Kenneth Mack in the chat, man. What's up, Kenneth Mack? You there, Kenneth?
Yeah, what's good with you, man?
I dropped the link. Hold on. I dropped the link for LS or Mr. Winters. You ain't LS, are you?
No.
I didn't think so. Hold on 1 second.
No, I'm the dude that asked Gilbert Arenas about John Wall.
Oh, I think I remember that vaguely. I do remember that vaguely.
Yeah. Ain't no reason to be mad, though. So what?
Hold on, what'd you say?
You hear me?
No, I said, what'd you say? You said something about no reason to get mad. I said,
no reason for nobody to get mad about anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, ain't nobody mad about nothing.
No, I'm talking about what LS was saying.
Oh, I mean,
he big mad and shit. Like, ain't no reason for nobody to be mad, man.
No, I mean, people just gonna say stuff. Look at Najee the Chosen One. Najee the Chosen One, in the chat, an extreme Kobe fan said that I needed to check you. Can everybody in the chat put some check marks in the chat to check Najee the Chosen One now that he's here in the chat? Because they didn't like his comment. Poor taste is definitely poor taste, Najee the Chosen One. But you are definitely pissing off extreme Kobe fans. You are doing that. We got Herm here. Y'all, I didn't even get to the root of the topic, man. We got y'all on the backstage, man. I tried to drop the link it's why I dropped the link, and the 2 people that I want to pull up never pull up. All right, we got Eminem at ATL. He just checked Najee the Chosen One with a check mark. You have been checked. We got Brian Smith. He hit Najee the Chosen One with a check mark. You have been checked again. We got PGH Big Dog with 2 check marks. He just checked you twice, Najee the Chosen One. And then we got SWAT, man. He hit you with another check mark. Najee the Chosen One, you fine. I'm just really trolling the people that were crying about your comments. And my biggest thing is I'm real big on don't complain to me about what somebody else says. There ain't nothing I can do about anything that Najee the Chosen One says. And I'm not about to do your bidding. But what do I look like going to say something to Najee for somebody else I don't even know? We're talking about 2 extreme Kobe fans that don't even turn their cameras on. and I'm supposed to come over here and check Najee the Chosen One for a comment that he wrote on my video. No, we're not doing that over here. That's the silliness and that's the stupidity of little kid minds.
Yeah, they want to throw that rocket high.
Especially if we're dealing with two people that have never had the balls to come over to FYF Sports and hit the link.
Come on now.
If you ain't had the balls to come over and hit the link, don't be running around here asking me to check somebody for you. You try to just come over here to FYF Sports and do it yourself. I'm sure Najee the Chosen One will join the panel. If you are truly that offended by Kobe, but I don't think he said anything that flagrant. You may not like it.
Easy to cook anyway, though. So
he might be. No, he might be. But what I'm saying is, Najee Chosen One been a long time supporter of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he says his feelings. Like he says things in poor taste. But shoot, a lot of people say stuff in poor taste on this channel. It is what it is. I'm not going to be the arbiter of how you say stuff, when you say stuff. I'm not going to be the arbiter of all that stuff. It's fuck your feelings over here, FYF Sports Debates. I mean, if you don't like it, then you can call them out to a debate. You can do all types. There's a lot of ways you can get your vindication over here on FYF Sports, but do not come crying to me about what somebody says in my comments, man. Just think what's good.
I'm chilling, man. What's up?
I'm chilling. I'm about to play this clip, y'all. I'm about to play a clip. It's Colin Cowherd talking to Adam Silver about the 3-point shooting explosion. But obviously this is a kind of a tired conversation, but I think it was what Colin Cowherd said that really alarmed me. And that's what I want us to talk about right here. Let me get this clip ready. I'm going to show y'all because I think this is the realization that a lot of these old heads just struggling to come to. And Colin Cowherd just plain out said it. And there was a couple things. There was actually one thing in here that Adam Silver said. He said when they was having conversations with David Stern back in the 90s, he said they were having conversation because they were worried that there was not enough skill in the league. And so it's just weird what the league is now turned into versus what it was. It was a league that was devoid of skill, as Adam Silver admitted in conversations with David Stern. And then now it's become a league that's supremely skilled. And this is what Colin Cowherd was talking about. We're gonna get to this. I'm glad Herm and you and Just Think y'all up here because I know y'all can talk basketball a little bit. I really want to get y'all thoughts on it too. Because this 3-point thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the uproar is, but people seem pretty bothered about it for some reason. Let me share my screen. All right, if y'all can't hear this, y'all should be able to hear, but if you can't hear it, let me know. Hold on, my bad, y'all. This is the wrong part. I'm trying to get to the part where they're talking about 3-point shooting. Okay, here it is right here.
No layering, no drag routes, no tight end screen. It was just run it or bomb.
There it is right there, y'all, man. Y'all heard what Adam Silver said, man. I thought they both dropped some gems. Colin Cowherd basically says, these guys are so good, they made the 3-pointer too easy. What are y'all thoughts on that? Because we've been hearing people cry about the 3. We saw in the 90s, they had to push the 3-point line in just to get people to start being able to make threes. Now they're talking about these guys are getting so good, they have to make the consideration of pushing the 3-point line even farther out than what it actually is now because these guys are getting so good that it's an easy shot to them now. Right?
Yeah, people truly don't know what they want. It's going to be complaints in every area. So
I think the game's just fine.
Get down and later.
It's just fine. We're going to keep on tweaking what – I don't know. I think I don't mind the threes. I think I don't mind it, man. I don't know why we keep on tweaking it. I think the viewership is down because there's just other stuff to watch,
If they stop shooting threes at the rate, they're gonna find something else to complain about. They're gonna want the point guards to bring the ball up the court behind the back like they used to back in the day. They're gonna find something to complain about.
Do we really want to see some super slow down game where they score
Nobody wants
80
to know.
points a
That's why.
game, or
That's why
come on.
Grit and Grind Grizzlies was a specific era because that shit was that was only them doing that. The Grit and Grind Grizzlies, like it's still elements of the past game in today's game.
But See, and
it's only certain teams that shoot that many threes. The Warriors, the Celtics, the Rockets. It's only certain teams that.
Well, I think what Adam Silver is saying though is he said he doesn't want to have a knee-jerk reaction. And I like that he said that because whenever you change anything in the game of basketball, okay, yeah, you might be trying to solve a problem for one issue, but every time something is tweaked, you create a whole new issue somewhere else that you probably didn't expect. So, for example, when they said, let's just tweak the defense. We need to get rid of illegal defense. We need to bring the zones back because we got to nullify guys like Shaquille O'Neal. But they didn't know that by making that tweak, you was about to create the largest influx of three-point shooters that the league has ever seen.
Yep.
Just off that one little small tweak, you now redefine how people train. Well, if y'all going to zone up, if you're going to pack the paint, if you're going to make it hard for me to drive, well, I'm just going to learn how to shoot threes at an elite level. Now you got everybody shooting threes at an elite level. As Colin Howard and Adam Silver said, not only just catch and shoot like we saw in the 90s and the 80s, these guys are shooting off the dribble, off the bounce, off pin downs, every which way you want in transition. They are letting these threes fly and they making them too, because that's the other element that people not talking about. They crying about the threes being shot, but they not telling you, yeah, they making these things too. That's the problem. They the best deterrent to get somebody to stop doing something is the missing the shot. If you ain't making them, you're really not gonna be taking too many more. But they making these threes now. Yeah.
And after the N1 mixtape came out, the ball handling is just too crucial for hand checking or anything like that to stop it. I mean, people are just too talented.
Somebody has some background noise. If you got a little bit of background noise, just make sure you mute up or try to get somewhere where it's a little bit more quiet. I think it was you, just think. But I don't think you can't. I think you just got to let it run its course. I don't see any real change stopping it. Right. I think the only thing that you could potentially do to put a curb on it is pushing the 3-point line out even more. But then you start to change the dynamics of the game, because if you push the 3-point line out even more, right, that essentially makes the court smaller in certain places, like in the corners. So that changes. So it's going to change a lot of things strategically. And I think they should toy around with rules in the G League for maybe 3 or 4 years before they bring it over to the NBA, just so they can kind of have some type of video on what it might look like and how the game could be impacted. But I would not do anything significant right now. I wouldn't do it. Herm, what you got on it?
I mean, each era of basketball, that we've seen on Lamont, that it always be something that's strongly implemented and that teams are strongly doing. So it's gonna run this course. You go see, like, people don't realize it's slowly doing it. You go see more of teams going back to using the big man more often. You got the Jokic's, the Giannis's, the Embiid's, and you got others coming along with the Pablos and stuff. So honestly, when you look at who's been winning the last few years, it been predominant with the big man now. So it's going back towards that. So even though we've seen the spike in 3-pointers, the game, you still got teams like what Orlando's been doing this season. It's been remarkable. They don't even shoot a lot of threes, but they play great, unique team basketball to the point where they go compete in every game. They actually running their sets. They're actually getting the best shot every possession, and they playing significantly high-level defense. So you still go, if people, the old school guys, still complaining about it, you still see those and those type of teams. Detroit Pistons, what the Pistons are doing right now, they're doing all the little small things, so they play hard every game. You know what I'm saying? So you still, any type of basketball that people want to see, you go see it still. It's just that, unfortunately, the guys, the things that they work on the most, they work on shooting threes more than rather than working on that in between games. So That's what guys are doing now. They practice more on shooting the threes than work on the in-between games to where people would like to see players use more often. I don't see a problem with it. But things gonna go back to being implemented in certain ways down the line. The next 10 years, I don't think that the 3-point shooting would be like it is right now. I think it'll go down just a little bit, honestly, to me.
They had the 4-point shot.
They might add that.
Yeah, but see, I think adding a 4-point shot, the problem with the 4-point shot is now you change NBA history.
Yeah.
Like,
they did that.
You see what I'm saying? Like when you start tinkering too much, you're gonna like when you talk about what you're doing is you're making it 10 times easier than now catch the top scorer to score. So now it's like if you're gonna tinker, like, which obviously I've heard the 4-point line concept, but what I'm saying is once you start tinkering, there's so much you got to start putting into consideration. You know, it's just like I don't think the game needs a 4-point shot. I think the only thing that's gonna happen is if you put a 4-point shot out there, you're gonna have people shooting a ton of 4-pointers and 3-pointers.
They said,
and so that's all you're gonna do.
Hey,
you know,
I'm not too opposed to seeing it because I mean the big three, it's not that big of a problem in the big three. You know what I mean? Like it's still a game plan around it. So I mean,
it is, but I consider that a gimmick league though. Like I don't consider it big three.
It becomes too gimmicky though, and too like
what does that mean?
Like an arcade basketball.
I mean, like a hot shot. Like now I got a
something
hot
like
shot.
that.
Yeah. Like what was that game?
NBA Jam.
Where the hot spots would pop up and you do the dunk from the hot spot, you get like 9 points. Like that was fun, but at the end of the day, it's a gimmick. The 3-point line.
I mean, I feel like it'd be possible. Real basketball can be played with a 4-point shot. I mean, you had those certain little spots on the people who can pull that motherfucker can pull it. I mean,
no, what's gonna happen is if you
they play real sets. They play half-court offense.
But if you create a 4-point shot, you know what people are gonna be doing in the offseason?
Hey,
they're gonna stand at that spot.
They're gonna be
everybody in the league gonna practice the shit out of it. You're gonna have everybody in the league. So what you're gonna ultimately create is you're gonna create everybody in the league trying to take the 4-point shot.
And you're gonna have middle schoolers trying to do it, high schoolers trying to do it. It's gonna get this. No, it's not.
Imagine you get
basketball.
But imagine y'all, you get an elite superstar, all-time great player in that era, master the 4-point shot, and then now they mess around. They may have opportunity to break the scoring record, and then you got to put context on it because.
So we put context on Brown breaking the scoring record because he played with a 3-point shot versus Bill Russell or Kareem, and then
but the 3-point shot was put in so long ago enough to where it has it obviously impacted NBA history. But by the time they added it, I think when they added it in the 70s,
the NBA had it in the 60s. Like, the NBA's had it for years.
Will Chamberlain played with all 3-pointers. Who knows if he could have developed the shot? He was hook shots.
But the best thing about that is most people don't consider that the modern era anyway. They say that's not the modern era of basketball. Yeah. So, I mean, it's fine. And I'm glad that people actually still give Wilt and Bill at least some people give them their flowers, even though they did a lot without the 3-point line. But yeah, 4-point shot will make this way worse. I don't see that 4-point shot will not help at all.
Only thing I see is maybe helping out the defense a little bit more.
We would see bad basketball for sure if they have a 4-point shot. Y'all talk about bad basketball.
It'd be horrible.
You would most definitely see that shit then.
That'll be a big old humongous gimmick right there. I think my thing would be to just let this thing run its course, because remember when we had the so-called super team era? And there were a lot of people wondering, okay, what are we going to do to stop these super teams? But what happened? The league balanced itself out. Organizations and teams started to figure out the formula to start taking down these super teams, so much so that now having a super team is a kind of a liability. Like you got 3 players at the top of your roster, you run around looking like the Phoenix Suns, right? You struggling to win games, you're at the bottom of the league. So the super team formula has been mitigated very easily.
It wasn't injuries and nothing like that, because I mean the last one we seen was because of injuries. The last 2 we seen.
No, that's what I'm saying is what we're seeing with these super teams is what they're realizing that we can outpace you with depth, with superior depth, and so you got more liability because you're banking on all 3 of your players to stay healthy for 82-game season. And then even if they stay healthy for an 82-game season, you got to still find a way to outpace all of our depth. And when the Phoenix Suns, even when healthy, they're not outpacing anybody with that big three. I mean, all of the teams who had big threes.
Do you feel the
Just
people
was
who
not
had
working.
threes in the past should get more credit then? Like the Heat should get more credit, the Warriors. I mean, it's not easy to win a championship as a big three or having an actual super team. So I feel like they should get more credit instead of being
I give them the same amount of credit any other team gets when they win a championship. I don't do that thing where I say, oh, this championship here is more valuable than this championship over here.
Yeah.
Championship's a championship. You win it, however you win it, man. That's the biggest thing right there. Just move on to the next year, because you know the shittiest part about winning the championship, because when it's over, nobody really care.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
like, we won a championship last year. Fun in the moment, celebrated it.
Yeah, nobody cared when the Nuggets won. Yeah,
go home, don't nobody care. I mean, I promise you, it's probably like at the NBA level. Yeah, after the parade's over with, you're sitting in the gym. Damn, I got to do this shit all over again.
Yep.
And for players today, they don't even get credit. Like, the Celtics, we heard all the slander that was getting thrown towards the Celtics this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum couldn't get a break. He, and so it's just like, even if you win it, it ain't gonna be enough for the fans, for the haters. You're gonna have to do 10 times more just to make it happen.
Look at Brandon Jennings calling Jason Tatum the softest superstar in NBA history. I mean, that's what's going on.
And all he doing is just deferring being a team player. He just ain't trying to be the guy go out there, take a million shots and disrupt the team chemistry. He knows they got depth, and so he's just allowing his team to thrive. And he getting criticized because he ain't going out there trying to score 50 every night. Putting his team
no credible source. He just on a good show. That's all. He not really no credit. You watch it. I'm a big fan of the show. He really don't add much to it. He just
I don't say he gonna add much to
he don't add much to it.
I just think that I don't agree with that talking point for sure.
Yeah.
I think Jason Tatum is one of the most valuable players in the NBA.
And I don't think he's soft. I think he's very tough. To be an elite player, the training you got to go through, all the work you got to put in. I mean, you have to be a mentally tough person to do that consistently.
Yeah, he's just corny. That's doing that. Like when he won the championship, he took everybody else stuff. He just corny. So people start hating on him because he's corny.
I think when I hear that type of like vitriol, it's something on the court or behind the scenes that happened that we ain't privy to that kind of motivates that. Because that kind of was out of left field. I don't know what happened or what was said, or if it was a female or something. I don't know what it was, but that sound. I think when I heard this take, I was like, it sounded like it's a little bit more.
Well, I seen the video. He took Curry quote. What they gonna say now? And when KG won the championship, he took that same quote. Like he would just take a whole bunch of everybody quote when they won the championship. It was kind of corny, you know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to create your own shit, create your own narrative, you know what I mean? But which I feel
it's like, who cares though?
Yeah, that's a fact, though. That's a fact. That's what leads to the narrative. Jaylen Brown is better and Jason Tatum soft, and you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff is kind of that.
But what if he grew up as a child? He always wanted to say that shit. When
I just think Tatum is a humble player. He doesn't have a big ego, so when you a guy that really doesn't have a big ego, and you let things come to you, and you let your teammates, you don't care about your teammates having success. I mean, that just as valuable as a nigga averaging 30 or 40 or averaging 27, 88 or whatever you want to consider elite playing. I think Tatum gonna average 30 in his sleep right now in the league if he want to. But why? When you deep in talent, when you got a great roster, you don't have to try to score 30 every night. You don't. You do it when need be. So we gotta give Tatum credit though, despite of what people may feel. I used to be a hard critic of Tatum because I know he's talented. I know that he is a walking bucket when he wants to be. But he's an elite playmaker now, a two-way player that a lot of people should value, and a lot of people claim that they value. So honestly, you can't criticize a guy that just won a ring, that was instrumental in his team's run, and he was obviously the best player on the team. Did he get Finals MVP? No, but I mean, we still know he's the best player on the roster.
A lot of people don't get Finals MVP, in my personal opinion, I feel like Finals MVP a little bit overrated, overvalued.
No, they
right?
the way they vote for it is wrong.
Well,
Yeah, it's just one, and it's
don't
just
think it's
one
overvalued,
series.
though. I
Yeah.
don't
It's
think
just
it's
one
overvalued.
series, and
No, I
you know
think
what
it's
I think is,
the most important
you
series.
know,
It's the most important, but
I think they
the way they
use
vote
it's.
for it is
I
wrong.
think they
But
use
we
it to
equaling it to
bandwagon.
like a season MVP or something. We're equaling it to like being first team All NBA. Like,
It should
I'm
be.
not saying it's not. I don't think it's one series,
It's the pinnacle of the game. It's the pinnacle. It's the most important, like Game 7 finals, like that. It's the most intense
but it's
basketball.
not equal to a whole body of work over a whole season. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if they had a playoff MVP or a playoff something like that, like where it was the whole playoff versus like a few
Well, then
games.
that comes the question: if somebody go off in the first round and then they get out in the first round, but they was the best player in the playoffs, do you give them that
Well,
award? Or do you give them
naturally,
the person in
it
the
will
final?
go to the player that probably went further into the playoff. Just like the
I mean,
MVP goes to the person that has like the best record or one of the best records, right? It will go to like winners. So that solves that right there. I'm not saying a Finals MVP is not valuable, but I just think it's like people equate it to, again, first team All NBAs and
yeah.
like things that I think are bigger or more
Yeah,
valuable. Like
I agree with just think. I think the two most overvalued things in basketball is All-Star selections and Finals MVP.
All-Star,
Exactly.
I get All-Star, but Finals MVP. I hate the way it's voted in.
No, because this is why I say this, right? My biggest thing with the Finals MVP is I said I've seen players win a Finals MVP that can never in their life sniff.
Yep.
In a league MVP,
Yep.
they can maybe at their peak powers, if they go crazy, can sniff a first team All NBA. But
I was going to say
most
a
likely
third team.
you can't. Yeah. So what I'm saying is when I see guys who are average Joes and you can win that award, and you can actually almost win it in one game too, because you're dealing with such a small amount of games. Like we saw with Magic Johnson when he won his over Kareem. Magic Johnson had one good game and wins Finals MVP. Kareem was completely dominating that entire series, misses one game, loses the Finals MVP. We saw Dennis Johnson win it over Bird. We saw James Worthy win it over Magic. We saw Andre Iguodala, he won it over Steph Curry. And I mean, it's just like, it's one of them, the value, I don't hold much value to me. Nah, it just don't. It don't hold much value. It can't. It's too easy to win. It's too easy to win.
What if you win in 4 games? Sweet. Or you win 4-1 or something.
It's still the pinnacle of like the most intense, the best basketball being played in the finals. It's the finals, bro. Like, it means something. I don't know. I feel what y'all saying though. Like Iguodala winning it. You know what I'm saying? The bad players like that winning. Even Kawhi early on winning it. You know what I mean?
If they really want to change up the NBA, they should eliminate the Eastern and Western Conference and just have the top 16 teams play.
You change the history again, right there.
You change too much history. Like,
I'm cool with that. That's probably the one thing I'm cool with changing.
Like, you can't change the East-West dynamic. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's
gonna change it.
Should they switch teams up? Like, why the fuck is Memphis in the West in the conference when they're located out east? You know what I'm saying? Like Eastern.
You know why I say that? Because it's like if you do that, you would get the best teams in the finals.
But you don't want to know it's gonna be Western Conference dominated though. It's gonna be Western Conference versus Western Conference.
Not every year. You
don't know that. You don't
know
know
all the
that.
time. It won't be dominated by one conference all the time. I wouldn't
change that either. And I think a lot of the things that we want to change is because we see certain things happen over really a small period of time. Like the league been around for close to 80 years.
Yeah.
So when because we watch it for maybe a 10-year span and we see a couple things that we don't like over a small, it's just like, like we can't just look at it from the few games or the few years we've really been watching intently and say we want to change all of this. But I mean, it's the way it is. I don't think it's really a perfect way to fix the league.
Yeah. Like even the play-in is kind of that's changing history a lot. Like
that's changing it too.
MC could come in and possibly win a championship. That's fucking crazy. Because do they still get that same pick, that same high pick value pick while they win?
And to me, it screws. It screws the 7 and 8. Like
that exactly.
The teams, you kind of screwed like
10 game difference, and they can make the playoffs and possibly win the championship while getting a good pick. You know what I mean? Like,
you could be a 7-8 seed, and now you got to go play NCAA tournament style games just to stay alive. And it's just like, well, we didn't sign up for the NCAA. It's the NBA. You know, so now you got to go one and done games just to stay alive. So,
yeah,
and it's rare that a 10 seed goes to the playoffs ever since they started it too.
Yep,
it's like
because you know what they might as well add next. They might as well add the play-in game finals MVP or something.
Yep, play-in game MVP.
You might as well do the play-in MVP. I mean, we just creating awards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I just think, man, I thought the play-in. Now I don't mind the in-season tournament, because those are actually regular season games that just have more meaning. Yeah. So you're not really changing anything. So I don't mind that as much. But the play-in tournament, I don't like.
Y'all think it should be less regular season games? 82? It's like going down to
keep it
82. Keep it 82. Because those last 20 games are for like the young players and stuff to get
the money. First of all, I mean, keep it 82 games, because I think you need it for young players. I think it's needed for young players to have an age. You shoot everybody too. I think you need for young players because you got to develop. Because that's the thing too. Like, it's a long season, so I think you need that for a development. Everybody don't necessarily need it, but I mean, generally speaking, if it was shorter, it would be harder for a lot of these guys to develop and be where they be. You know what I mean? So 82 games, I mean, is what it is.
That's my thing. I'm talking for health wise. You know what I mean? You get to see the best.
I mean,
players.
You're a pro, man. This is professional sport. I mean,
all the time. People talk shit about the bubble all the time, but we seen the best players perform and show up in the 2020 playoffs. Like, it was no
low key. They less injured than the 90s. People tearing their Achilles left and right, and the ACL. You don't see that anymore. People just getting trained now.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say one thing, y'all. Najee, the chosen one. Look, man.
That's
we
crazy.
Get it. Look, we get it, man. But look, you don't gotta overdo it, man. Like, you're just a little extra now. Now you're just being extra for no reason, man.
Come on, Najee.
I mean, we get it. Like, I mean, you solid. You know, you got the wrench, man. You've been here for a minute, but I mean, if we talked about Kobe and you going at it with some Kobe fans, I get it. But
don't go.
It's just now you just extra with it, man. Let it ride, man. Let it ride, man.
Yeah, man. But like, I don't know, but I do say this about the playing though. I like the playing. Listen, to be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for teams that's consistently in the 8th or 7th season anyway, because let's be honest, you ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do this anyways. So like, listen, I think it forces teams to, hey, if we don't want to be there, get better. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Because let's be real though, before the playing, you got these 7, 8 seeds, you look at them like, man, we like, why are you even here? You know what I mean? So like, I get it. It's like I do understand the point of like, dang, like you let 11 seed come in or something. I mean, my fault, 10th seed come in, and like, you know, but like you would never, but like we're never gonna see a 10th seed make a run to a final. Like that would never happen though. I mean, that'd be crazy, but like that would never happen. A 10th seed make it to a final
until it happened. Well, you never thought the Miami Heat would make 2 finals in 4 years, and they did.
No, but they wasn't a plane. They
did it as an 8th seed.
Look, man. 8th seed, yeah, granted. I mean, but hey, but at the same time, I think that's entertaining. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's entertaining, which helps the league at the end of the day, right? I mean, if it's those storylines and things of that nature, so I don't think it's a bad thing. So I mean, I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean? Because it may be a situation where you have like an elite team deal with injuries. You know what I mean? They get help at the right time, and you know what I mean. You know, maybe that will happen one of these days.
They'll be Philly this year. You never know.
Yeah, not them. They ain't gonna be the ones though. Shoot, listen,
don't count me out.
Listen, I remember the Brooklyn Nets. Remember the Brooklyn Nets was in that situation. Remember Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah, that's
KD and Kyrie.
Hey, but look, I promise you this much though. If I'm a number 1 seed, I wouldn't want to play no Joel Embiid and Paul George as an 8 seed in the first round.
Hell no.
Look, I know they down. I know they down right now. But if you're telling me my reward in the East for being the number 1 seed is I got to play Joel Embiid and Paul George. who been low
Well,
managing all year.
Hell,
Nah,
I may not be afraid of no damn Paul George.
because then they're gonna be playing with nothing
you
to
got to worry
lose.
about
Like
Embiid though.
normally they was playing.
Shit,
You
Embiid, I
gotta
don't
think
want to
about
be worried about it.
no, but you gotta
Only thing
think
wrong with Embiid is health, bro. He
normally
cold.
Embiid and them have to play with pressure, like the pressure winning the championship. But if you remove all that pressure and they just playing without the pressure as an each seed, they weren't supposed to be there. Joel Embiid been hurt.
Just
Bro,
hooping.
bro, you about to be in for the hell
You
of
already
a
know
first
Tyrese
round
Maxey
playoff.
Man, Lamont, I hate to
Man,
say
I
it.
gotta see it though, Lamar. I feel you, Lamar. You being too optimistic. You being too optimistic.
True. You only saying that because your Celtics might play him as AC.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bad matchup.
Hey,
That's a
Lamont,
bad
all it take
matchup.
is one poke to the eye. Embiid
That's crazy.
for the series.
But here's the thing too. But it's not even. And forget about this Joel Embiid though, right? I get it. Joel Embiid's a phenomenal basketball player. I understand that point, right? Hey, who wants to see a healthy Joel Embiid in the playoffs, right? That's a fact, right? But Paul George is washed, man. Let's just call it out. Like are we really counting on Paul George podcast? P. He's a better podcast. He's a better podcaster than a ball player right now, man.
I get you there. I get you. What I'm saying, True, is that I'm not trying to play them in the first round of the playoffs. Like the first round of the playoffs as a 1 seed is supposed to be kind of just your warm up. You telling me your warm up? I gotta try to get warmed up against Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid. Anything can go wrong. If Embiid turn up at the wrong time, he might decide, let me just turn into the old Embiid for just that series, and you eliminate it.
But here's the thing, too, though. That being said, though, in fact, because the Philly had to literally do a lot. I don't think, by the way, I don't think Philly gonna make the playoffs because, like, at this point in the season right now, it's like they gotta really do a lot to, like, you know what I mean? They gotta really play championship level. You know, they really gotta go like.
No, they don't.
They like 12 seed right now.
All they got to do is be a top 10 seed, get in the play-in, and win.
I mean,
Paul George,
we were just talking about it.
Got hit his open. He a third option, but all you got to do is hit his open shots. That's it. Like,
man,
I'm more worried about Maxey.
You be surprised though. You be surprised.
Just making the playoffs now, man.
Yeah, Sixers 11th seed right now. But that being said, they're they 2 games. Yeah, they 2 games behind the Bulls. I mean, that being said,
not the Cade Cunningham, man.
In that situation, when you in that situation, right? It's not about them trying to get in a play-in per se, because you got other teams. You got to worry about teams losing too. Because even if you winning and things of that nature, you have to depend on other teams losing, and you don't want. That's always a tricky spot. You know what I mean? When you trying to win and you got to count other teams to lose. So they better hope one of them teams tank, whatever. Which I don't. I mean,
I'm letting you know now, True. If the Celtics and Sixers match up in the first round, I'm gonna take that bet.
I'm taking that
bet.
Hey man, hey, cocaine hell of a drug, man.
It ain't that crazy.
True.
I mean, that's crazy.
I would not want to play the Sixers in the first round,
bro. So, but here's the thing, bro. Saudi don't care who they play in the first round, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah. It's the reason they got a lucky slate last year. Shit.
Okay, I mean it's the same team. Hold on, let's not forget the Celtics had no problem playing against that Brooklyn Nets team. They said the same thing about the Brooklyn Nets team in 2022, and what happened?
2022 no more, brother.
The Celtics are a better team. What's your point? And the Brooklyn Nets team was better than the Sixers team now. What's your point? We
just seen it play their first season go down in the first round. Get an AC. You know what I mean?
So you believe this Celtics team get put out first round? So you really believe that?
It's a lot of ifs that got to go with that. But I mean, I'm surprised to see Embiid go off. And you know what I'm saying?
I mean, when the last time he went off in the playoff game? When the last time he really does that? Like, what do you mean don't do that? What do you mean don't do that?
Hey, hold on. Hey, y'all, let me get to this other story real quick, y'all, that we didn't even touch on, and then we can go free for all with all these other topics. Look, it's a story, and I'm gonna drop the link again because I know some people want to touch. It's a story that just came out today. This is Maverick Carter and LeBron James. This is Maverick Carter is advising a $5 billion effort to start a new basketball league. It said Maverick Carter, LeBron James' business manager, and we have to assume that LeBron James has something to do with this as well because obviously he has the money, has been enlisted as an advisor by a group of investors seeking to raise $5 billion to form an international basketball league that would serve as a rival to the NBA, sources told ESPN, confirming the story first reported by Bloomberg News. It says this includes multiple private equity funds. It says looking to form a league consisting of 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing games around the world. And that's what sources told ESPN. It says, although Carter, who has served as a producer on one or more of James's TV projects, he's closely tied to the Los Angeles Lakers star. Sources told ESPN that James is not involved directly in the efforts of creating a new league. And obviously he can't be directly involved right now because he's in the NBA. And that would kind of be a breach of his contract. But what are y'all thoughts on that, man? Because I know a lot of people in the Herm, you were in those conversations during the pandemic when a lot of people were saying they thought the players should start their own league, or when they were trying to come to Kyrie's defense.
Yeah.
You think this is a good idea?
Yeah. I think they should have been. I think the players should have been came together and have something on their own that they could do, go around the world, get the game more exposure, do what they enjoy to do. I think they should have been done. I think they should have got behind Kyrie a little bit more, been a little more supportive at the time when he tried to push it, and even to a degree with Ice Cube for us with the big three, should have been more behind supporting that as well. But at the end of the day, what they doing is cool. But at the same time, I don't think we need to blow out of proportion because hell, like you just brought up, Kyrie Irving brought the same thing that we need to start our own league, especially when they was going through those discussions about whether they was gonna play at the bubble or not, and Kyrie brought up certain things like how they felt the NBA wasn't doing right in hell. He was like, hell, the hell with it. Let's just start our own league. We could put our money together and start our own shit. And I think it's been well
And
to be honest.
and to be real, I don't think it's about exposure. I think that the world is caught up. I mean, we just saw the Olympics last summer where USA literally needed Stephen Curry to play hero ball to bring the USA team back from being down by like 15 or 20 points against Serbia or whatever. So, I mean, the world's caught up, right? Like, there's a lot of talented guys around the world playing in the Euro League that don't want to take minimum contracts in the NBA. They'd rather get paid millions of dollars playing in Europe. And if the brand of basketball wants to continue to evolve, you have to give way to like this talent, right? And I just think it makes sense. The NBA, they should have combined with the Euro League and worked them out with FIBA a long time ago, but they've just kind of been slow-footed about it. And I think this is to me, it's a great move because it's more talent, it's better, more competitive, and it actually becomes like a global league. You know what I'm saying?
That's
versus
more overhyped that the world caught up because most of the best Euro players are in the NBA. Like you got to think.
I'll disagree. Well, if you're talking about like the top talent, sure, but under the top talent, like role player stuff like that, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Talking about who's dominating the Olympics play in the NBA. Bogdanovich played for the Hawks.
No, well, you're only thinking of dominant top tier talent. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Caught up. Who?
No, this is what I'm because you're just real quick. You're just talking about Luka. You're just talking about Jokic. I'm not talking about the very best. If you're talking outside of the top 1% of talent, anybody under that, they're equal to the Euro League.
Ooh.
Like Yabusele literally just started yesterday.
That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true.
I mean, it is true that they don't want to take minimum contracts and get paid $100,000 versus get paid $1 million. They've caught up.
Hold on, let's do the math.
They've caught up.
Hold on, time out. Let's do the math. With that logic, first of all, let's that logic, right? Okay, they don't want to take the minimum contract, but if they are that good, you say they are. Yeah, they're not making max money though, but you can. And first of all, if you're a lot of EuroLeague players, if they're like that, they're good enough, they're making decent money. They're not going back to Europe, right? The only reason why they go back to Europe because they would get paid more. That's the only reason why. If there are,
The
I mean,
players are
I
in
get.
the NBA.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The league has gotten better over the years. It's just, I mean, and to a point, it will be like that per se, right? I mean, but I mean, as of right now, I mean, the talent that we see, especially if you look at this draft is coming up, right? Those are American. Those are American born. You know what I mean? Players, the Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, the Ace Bailey.
Not last year.
I mean,
Wemby not. Wemby born in France.
No, but listen, I'm not saying. Listen, I get it. We can acknowledge that the world has gotten better.
Ain't caught up to none.
But going back to the
Serbia was up like 20 points against arguably the best assembled team ever. No, bro, they only had what NBA? That's two players. They got 15 players on a team, bro. If you look at the Serbia team, and you look at the Serbia team, and you actually look at the stats and you look at the production, the people that was really producing were guys that play in the Euro League, play in the Russian League. Oh, I don't know. I don't know their names specifically, but I watched the game.
That proves my point.
It doesn't prove your point. It literally doesn't prove your point at all.
Just think.
What?
Hold on, y'all. Let Trude again get his take off, y'all.
But here's the thing too that I'm bringing it back to the topic though. Back there, the only reason why, the reason why the games was close because of those teams. Like they literally work out with each other like in the summertime.
It wasn't close. They were up by 20.
No, you're missing a point. They have more continuity when they come to their team basketball. When it comes to Team USA, they literally just throw the best talent and just like have 2 weeks of training camp and then play in FIBA in the Olympics. Like when it comes to these teams you see in the Olympics and the international play, they literally are together like every summer. They have so that's a whole other conversation topic. But going back to the topic though. About this league, I find it very interesting. I'm not surprised because you notice. I don't know if Saudis are involved with this. Lamont, the Saudi
Yep, they said they are.
So
that be involved. Yeah, Dubai's involved.
So basically, if y'all notice these high rich investors, right? They've been starting leagues like soccer leagues, and if I'm not mistaken, they bought the PGA not so long ago. So this is not surprising. Basketball is a big market. They see it. They have the money. And listen, I look at it like this. The NBA gonna have some competition because listen, they have money and money talks. And these guys, you know what I mean, says, hey, I'm sick and tired of NBA, or they want to choose to play for more money, whatever case may be. This is very interesting.
In my opinion,
man, I gotta be the bad guy.
I think it's just a big waste of money. I think it's a big waste of money.
I gotta be the bad guy.
No. But here's the thing: I don't think it'd be a waste of money because you see, if I'm like you notice, like around the world, like these guys and these investors, if these, let's say these, like I said, if they turns out and they do what they want to do, whatever, right? Maverick Carter and them, and like, hey, the guy's a free agent, you know what I mean? Like it happened. Matter of fact, it happened in the ABA. Let's not forget hold on. You had guys that were going between ABA and NBA all the time.
That was racial though. It was all black. It was all niggas in the NBA and all white people.
No, it was all the white people too. Like you had Rick Barry going back and forth. It was the point is not about the point is though.
That was racial.
Today
it's more open, and the NBA is a global, international conglomerate. It's the best league in the world.
Right, but you're missing a point, bro. They literally, bro. You do realize they have a lot of these investors have a lot of money. I don't think you realize.
That's cool, but
I'm saying it's gonna be you're not listening. You're not listening. They literally these same type of investors, these same people that all this money, they literally have got guys from soccer from different leagues and pay guys.
Make the profit money, bro.
That's the point. Listen. No, with all due respect, though, Ice Cube is he don't got the money these guys are we talking about, bro.
But he could have had that. So he had the best.
No, he
product.
didn't.
No.
You
got former NBA players who already had a name.
Listen,
you already had former NBA players that had a name.
Yeah, but the problem. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I think the problem with Ice Cube's league is when it first came out because it was so fresh and new a concept and idea. Everybody was on
And
board.
they had the names. They had Allen Iverson. They brought in
They did. But what happened was, because this is something Gil even came on the podcast a while ago and talked about it. Like when you don't have bona fide investors, you don't have the infrastructure. If you don't have your ducks in order, the business side gonna fall apart. You're gonna start losing people. And so again, Gil talked about it because Gil told him. I mean, he came on the show and told us about how I even clipped it and put it as an individual video. He talked about how the business that they doing that on the back end is just trash. And it really is not even Ice Cube's league. People say it's Ice Cube's league. It's really not his league. They just using him as the face to sell.
So I got a question. Are you asking?
Or try to sell it, but it's really not getting no viewership like that.
Yeah, are you asking us? Is it cool to see another league, or is the NBA gonna have actual competition with another league?
I mean, both. I think it's both.
I mean, it can be, but the only way you're gonna make a league competitive is with money. And the fact that they're trying to put together a pool of $5 billion just to start. I mean, you're headed in the right direction, but I still don't even think the $5 billion is enough.
Well, let me ask you one question.
They need like 20 billion or something like that.
16 to do it on Lamont with 16.
And the game has to be globalized if you really want the best talent, because the NBA they've drafted so many young players. To me, it's kind of like, okay, outside of the top talent, NBA they kind of I'm not gonna say they suck, but it's like you got a whole bunch of 19-year-olds, 22-year-olds on the bench, and then you got like a Luka or a James Harden or something like that. And there really isn't that mid-tier talent that makes the overall product. You know what I'm saying?
But I think you're missing a point. I think y'all missing a point.
Hold on, let me hear from her. Go ahead, Cook.
Y'all being too damn nice, man. Because at the end of the day, this is something y'all sleeping on. This type of news coming out, you don't think that Adam Silver and them pissed off right now? You don't think that the NBA want to take action on some shit right now? You don't think the NBA want to put some shit in LeBron's face, make things difficult for him, push it out the NBA? Man, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised they try to leak out some slick shit that been going on behind the scenes with LeBron because of these news.
That's their biggest money maker. They ain't gonna do that.
No,
it's business.
But this
he bringing the most money.
But you need to shut up with that, because at the end of the day, the NBA feeling like LeBron, you trying to take money from us.
Dollars make sense, brother. That's their biggest money maker.
With your right hand man trying to start the league. You need to tell your right hand man to don't start this damn league, or we gonna have an issue. But don't be surprised the NBA try to sabotage LeBron James. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you.
Now, truly globalizing the game is going to be a game changer for sure.
Game changer, man.
What does that mean?
Hold on. I will say this.
To what level?
I definitely think so.
I will say this though, because here's the thing: if they start with $5 billion, they starting with 16. They do. Although let's not forget, they said the women's too, which we all know. We can talk about the WNBA struggles, how they promote their product, things of that nature. That being said, though, this tells me though, because like I said, like the other leagues they doing over there, the Saudis, like Dubai, whatever case may be. They're going to try to recruit the top talent in the NBA. Yeah. As soon as when they free agents, wherever the case may be, or these young guys in the draft, they're going to say, "Hey, listen, you can come over here and play. We got the money for you."
You talking about WNBA or NBA?
Both. They're going to even college players. Bro, listen.
NBA, they're going to take that other money versus NBA money. The NBA money.
To be real, if the Saudis just take the best players and they don't take some of the mid-tier players, the league's still going to be trash, because the Saudi soccer league's still trash, even though they got like the top best players. You get what I'm saying? You still got to get the mid-tier players and kind of fill the league out outside of just getting like KD or something like that.
I'm talking about for the big names. What big name is going to actually take that new league money over NBA guaranteed?
Nah, you know it's not going to work. You know it's going to start
like back in the day.
It's
NBA
going
was offering way more money than NBA.
It's going to mostly
NBA
impact
right now
college.
is offering, you can make damn near.
That's what I said, Lamont.
Because when you think to a league like this, like you asked a good question, where are they going to get their talent from?
Yeah.
Well, where do you get your talent from? You go to the most thirstiest of the thirstiest. And I mean, obviously, the NBA and the college is already ahead of it a little bit. They're already ahead of it a little bit with NIL. But when you talk about these Saudis with all this money, right? Like, for example, you got AJ DeBansa, right? He just committed to BYU.
You come out of high school.
He committed to BYU for about $8 million NIL deal. Now, imagine one of these teams from Dubai say, look, bro, we got a strong 2-year deal. We're going to give you $50 million.
Right.
BYU is over with. But
Right.
AJ DeBanza, after that 2-year deal is up, he might put his name into the draft and go to the league. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is all it's going to do is they just going to get their talent from they still going to get their talent from the same places. They just won't be able to pluck the talent that's already in the NBA.
Yeah, but
before that,
but though, let's not forget Maverick Carter. He has connections to like this is why when I saw his name, it was very interesting because of and they had a it was to Harn's point to a sense, right? It was interesting though, because like I said, he's connected to a lot of NBA basketball players. So Lamont, when you're a free agent, you can do anything you want. I get what you're saying, Lamont. Of course, when you're under contract, that's why they made it on the article. LeBron James had nothing to do with it because it'd be a breach of his contract. But if you're not under contract, you're a free agent. You know what I mean? This is going to be very interesting how they can recruit. But like to the point, yeah, this is what I'm saying. They can recruit from college, go and play to your point. They say they're going to play around the world, so you're also going to look at guys like the next Wemby's per se. From you know what I mean? Hey,
No, they not.
you don't need
I got a question.
You don't need
them dudes be trash.
You think?
No, that's not my point. Listen, the point is though, like the point is that I'm talking about just getting talent per se, because they have the money. Listen, they're gonna have the money.
Yeah,
that's the thing. We're not gonna say I'm not nobody's saying that off the gate. They're gonna be competing on the same level as NBA. But when it comes to them getting talent, that's definitely gonna be a thing because the money talks in the day. For example, like especially because you have to be 1 year removed from high school to play the NBA. Maybe their rule is, hey, you can come straight out of high school. So hey, you get this bread here. You know what I mean?
You think it'll be worth it? Risking on a high school talent and they don't perform?
Listen, AJ DeBonsa. Listen, I'll do it for the guy like AJ DeBonsa.
But you think he's gonna risk it? He's gonna risk getting Garrett.
But if you just get one great player, if you just get one player, you just get one player, but then everyone else in that league sucks, or maybe 10 players or whatever. It's not really gonna move the needle.
I mean, this is how I look at it.
It's gonna be a while.
They're gonna need somebody like that. So
and all I'm saying is to look out for this though, because like I said before, if I'm not, they bought the Saudi, they bought the PGA. They had the league over there, the golf league, and they literally like snoop all the best talent and literally bought the PGA. So it's like, I'm not saying they're gonna buy the NBA per se. I'm just saying basketball. I'm just saying I'm not saying that for sure, but I'm just saying like. This is interesting though, especially now for the WNBA side of Lamont. Now for the women's basketball side, they in trouble. WNBA in trouble, I think. If WNBA in trouble, because listen, they ain't getting paid like that. You offer these
women in the world play overseas.
They in trouble though, Lamont.
I mean, there's still a cap on how much women can make anyway. I mean, there's only so much.
Hey, listen, we understand that, Lamont. But hey, get a 10 million. That's what I mean. Hey.
Okay, this is where you guys are wrong at. Everybody talks about getting money and getting this and getting that. The first time somebody goes over there and get in trouble, they are going to jail. And that's going to stop everybody else from going over there and play.
You going to the whole extreme out of nowhere.
There's no such thing as whole extreme. Do you know what NBA players do over here?
No, honestly, he's right though. The celebrity culture, you can't do that shit in Saudi.
Do you know what they do over here and don't go to jail? If you go over there with any of that mess,
life in general, George, I get
that's not life in general. That's life growing up in the United States. And it's going overseas, playing basketball, and the littlest thing can land you in jail.
What they got to do with the league? That's their risk.
George.
No, bro, you guys are not looking at the big aspect.
George, you're not wrong. George, you're not wrong. Listen, you're missing the point. George, you're not wrong.
George, hold on, George. Let me ask you this, George. Hold on. So you telling me, George? Here's the problem with this, George. Like, you telling me, for example, let's say a guy who close to maybe getting forced out the league, but he was like, for example, Carmelo, towards the end of his career, when teams were kind of messing him over, he still had a little bit left in the tank, but nobody was really trying to make him the number one option. If this international league existed and they said, look, Carmelo, bring your fame and your clout over here, man. We got 2 years, $40 million. Bro, I mean, the money is gonna make people not think about a lot of stuff. Like
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
But I've never seen like even when Brittany Griner got held in Russia, every WNBA player still going to Russia to play basketball.
Right.
In the summertime. Like it ain't.
But who's gonna want to see Carmelo though at that old age? You know,
Dubai,
you need the name.
Like Dubai is probably one of the most strictest countries. But you know who goes over there? Everybody goes over there for vacation. They go over there like Dubai is strict as hell. There's a lot you can't do, but people still go over there. You can still have fun. It's not deterring anybody from going over there.
But
I mean, now you're not listening. I said
like you just talking about
the first one who gets in trouble and goes to jail, that's going to put an end
We've
to
already
the
seen
rest
people
of them going.
already seen people go over there and get in trouble, and it hasn't deterred anything. We saw
We talking
Angela
about-
get locked up in China, and then it stopped people from playing in China.
Well, yeah, Ty Lawson. Then Ty Lawson got trouble. Then Ty Lawson got trouble in China. Like,
yeah, he got kicked out. He got kicked out the country.
Yeah, it ain't. Guess what? Hey, he got kicked out. I'm still going. That's on him. I mean, listen, just because somebody else got in trouble don't mean. Like, I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I mean, there are concerns of being over and living overseas. That's in general, right? It's different laws and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, though, like, I mean, dog, this you're not automatically not gonna get in trouble though. Just because, like, if you're smart and you know what you know what I mean. Like I said, you can have fun over there and not like it's strict over there, but you know what I mean. Still have fun. Still do what you have to
I'm
do.
telling you. It's not.
Let me ask you a question. True.
Yeah, I know, Lamar. I know. It's not. I'm just saying, like, it's just like it's
True.
strict, like
It's normal.
True.
It's normal.
You were in the service, right?
I was over. I was over. I was over
there, right?
I was Middle East in 2020. I was a little Middle East.
All right. So tell me, how many of you guys in your military base got in trouble doing stuff over there?
Nobody got in trouble. Nobody got in trouble when we was out and about in the city with the people. Nobody got in trouble, bro.
What country were you in? Were you in Bahrain?
I was in Qatar. I was in Saudi. I was in Kuwait. Those are strict places. So, especially Saudi. Saudi is definitely strict. You can't even have like tattoos being shown like that. You know what I mean? Like treatment. Like so. Mind you, we had a ball. We had fun. You know what I mean? Experience things. And guess what? Nobody got in trouble. So
Did you say that you couldn't have tattoos? Is that what you said?
Like you can't really like show tattoos like I mean, like I said, it's not like super crazy like that. Like if you were like females can't be like you can't have show their legs, whatever. But like I said, that being said though, nobody got in trouble. That's because
they ain't getting in trouble like that over here. Like you that's just the extreme of somebody getting in trouble. That's the extreme.
Yeah. That's extreme though. That's all.
And it's not a deterrent. You like who gonna turn down 50 million? I'm gonna turn it down because I think I might get in trouble.
And even then, bad press is good press. Like you got a top star to get in trouble that put eyes on your league. Any kind of press is good press. So I mean, shit.
And not even that, but like you said, I think this is an extreme point. Because like you said, this is because it is strict and different rules out there. You can still have fun. Like you can't like that's all it is though. Like you know what I mean? Like you can still have fun, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Lamar, if they start doing that, signing free agents, signing the people that can't actually play in the league like John Walls, or you know what I'm saying, the Melos and all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna work.
That won't work. They'll have to get grassroots. They have to get grassroots talent to make it work.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They're gonna need
if they can't get the grassroots talent, it won't work.
And it's like a 15-year project. If you want to compete with the NBA, I mean, the EuroLeague can't compete with the NBA. They got pretty decent talent. So I mean. It's gonna be a process, you know. It's gonna be.
I do look at it like this, though, yo. I do think now for the women's side, I think that's more interesting because you know the rule for like I think the rule is like you got to play like what 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
Automatically to be in the WNBA.
Yeah, they need the high school phenom like in the women's side, yeah.
So like, you can, a guy like
Juju right now would be great.
Listen, they can get her the bag. Hey, Juju, you don't gotta do 2 more years. You can come straight like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for the NBA, it's gonna be harder because, like I said before, though, like it's gonna be harder to get those talent and things that nature.
It's like the mob, bro. You can't beat the mob, man.
But it's definitely interesting.
Women, I think you're right here. I think the women might be in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, I like it.
Because you can't tell me, like, because if I had a league and imagine having $5 billion in your budget to bring in players for salaries, and you can go. You can literally go buy Asia Wilson, Breonna Stewart. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying everybody you got.
The only one that
Everybody you
matters though
got.
is Caitlin Clark.
And I'm putting it in your contract. You can't play in the WNBA.
You take one of them, that league is
It's
done.
over.
You know they're doing it,
Done.
Lamont. You know that's happening. You know they gonna have that in their contract already. Look, they ain't playing over. Like, listen, these investors over there in the Middle East, man, they ain't playing no
5-year
games.
contract, 10-year contract. Yeah, it's the
because remember Diana
cooked.
Taurasi. Remember, when she
cooked.
did that, she just did it for $1 million. She skipped the whole WNBA season for $1 million. Imagine offering them millions with an S.
Lamont, that's what I'm saying. I'm not listen. It ain't gotta be no like the men's max money, but listen, like I said, 10 million, like this little 5 to 10 million. Listen, they going
10 million's even too high. I would have did. They leave for $500,000. You over here talking about 10 million? They leave for $500,000.
I'm saying for like the top.
You know?
I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you want everybody, like if you literally want everybody to start trickling over, all you got to do is just pay one, like at a absurd.
Like 10 million or something crazy.
They all gonna follow. See, you can't do that in the NBA now because you can't buy like LeBron or the best players out the NBA. But you can literally buy the WNBA players out.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, though. Like they said they're gonna be trying to play over the world, which we all know that the women basketball has a big audience around the world. So viewership and things of that nature, they can make their money back. I feel though, especially like I said, you get like an Asia Wilson, you get these, like I said, Juju Watkins. Hey, listen, hey, Juju Watkins. Hey, you don't gotta play 2 more years in college. You can come straight out of college, and you know what I mean. Cause listen, we all know Juju could play in the WA right now. Like Juju's cold. You know what I mean.
You know what? The one thing I'm thinking about though is the time difference though. Because I know if I want to watch like Premiership like soccer in the UK, you got to wake up early in the morning for that. So you think people gonna wake up? People gonna wake up like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
But the
in the
International League is not gonna be dependent on U.S. viewership. The International League, they're gonna be the UK viewership, Australian, China. They don't give a damn about the U.S. viewership.
Yeah, that's smart.
I can watch that shit on the playback. That's what they're gonna say. Watch the replay.
And which they're going, they're gonna probably plan on doing. Cause like I said, the women basketball have a big audience around the world. So like, listen, they're gonna get viewership, and the WNBA in trouble though. That's what I know for. That's exactly in trouble is the WNBA. Cause like
I think the NBA's in trouble too if they don't do something to get that. Because you can't just rely on America. You can't just rely on America.
They global though.
No, you can't. They global. Well, American viewership is not global like that.
What you mean? The best players in the world playing the NBA.
You know
no,
why?
You don't understand. It's not global like that because
the only reason why I think you're wrong is because we home grow all our talent.
Yeah.
The world, like a lot of the world, like for example, like if it wasn't for South Sudan and some of these African countries, the French team wouldn't be shit. They just get so many refugees from France and stuff. Yeah. So a lot of these countries, they heavily reliant on players coming from
Argentina right now.
Yeah, like everything in the U.S. is homegrown.
No, I agree with you, but the problem is like overseas, it's hard to watch NBA games unless you stay up like 3 o'clock in the morning if you want to watch it live.
Now, people do it though. People do it though.
People do it, but if you want to get the max, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, bro. If you want to get the max, you want to make sure you want to make it live when they're like up like 7, 8 o'clock, stuff like that.
Listen. I was overseas, bro. I was watching NBA games, man. Listen,
bro, because you from America, bro. You die hard, bro. If you're trying to get the casual fans,
bro, I was talking to people,
like how we.
You think we need the casual fan?
Yeah, bro, because viewership is dropping. Yeah, we do. Bro, viewership dropping, bro.
Bro, I was talking to, bro. It was a dude that was like from Qatar. Like he was talking about, the dude was working the cafeteria. Dude was like, he was talking about some NBA. Like he was a casual fan. Like
bro, he's die hard, bro. Die hard fans, bro. They're gonna wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. No, I've been overseas, bro.
Y'all want me to tell y'all why viewership ain't dropping?
It's hard.
I was talking to Gil yesterday, and he actually was in like a big like conference Zoom meeting with some people from Playback. He said he said the reason why viewership ain't dropping because he says so much of the world actually wants to watch the NBA basketball. He says the way that views are counted here with like the standard Nielsen rating, it's just live viewers. He says what people forget to count is the fact that, because we was just talking about it a second ago, he was like, when NBA games are being played over in other countries, they sleep. They don't get to watch it until they wake up in the morning and they watch it
Exactly.
And so what he said was, when you add in all of the playback views, like for example, the Christmas games, he says if you add in the views from just China alone, he said if you add in the views from China, and I forgot another country, he said you had 500 million views. Billion, not million. Everybody talking 10 million. He said 500 million. If you just incorporate in the playback views, just because they can't watch it live. And so when people say the viewership is down, that's why I say it's just people thirsty to say that there's something wrong with today's league because they just want to be thirsty and hate on the players today. But it's just too much money getting thrown around for people to keep telling me that the viewership is down.
Yeah, I would say no. Yeah, I would say this. I would say this. I think that's more of a, like I said, U.S. problem. Like internationally, is not a problem, right? For sure. That's definitely a fact. I mean, because people. I mean, because
it's a problem because you got soccer over there, you got rugby, you got other sports, cricket.
You got a whole bunch of other sports.
They pull bigger crowds.
You got cricket, you got soccer, you got rugby, you got tennis, you got Grand Prix racing, you got golf. They're going to have a big challenge to even try something like that.
Who cares? Fuck them. I mean, if they watch it, I mean, it'll grow so much compared from the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
I just wish they had teams over there too, because that market, like, imagine it's going to be packed out in the UK, in Paris, an NBA team in Paris, NBA team in the UK. I don't know, all the big cities over there, so that they could get some of the live viewership and more revenue.
That's a little too much, but the NBA is fine, bro. Like, we're still the best.
I think the game is fine.
That is why the NFL challenged you on Christmas Day.
Can you stop lying, please?
That's why the NFL challenged to see what they could do on Christmas Day.
Did you not just hear what Lamar said?
But I'm gonna tell you why. Because Gil made a good point too. Because like he said this. He said this is what the people from Playback told him. He said, when you think about like football on Christmas Day, he was like, "What do you remember from it?" You know, and he remember he's asking me because remember I'm the casual fan. So he's not really like the hardcore fans are probably gonna know. But when he asked me, the casual fan, what do you remember from football Christmas Day? He said, do you remember Beyonce's performance? I said, no.
Nope.
He said, this is what he said. He said, the NBA is the best league right now because of how it's reported on even after the event is over with. Like when Christmas Day football games was over with, even though I think he said Beyonce performed or something like that, he says, absolutely nobody is out there talking about it after. Once it's over with, it's over with. Nobody cares with the NFL. But with basketball, he said when Austin Reeves made that game winner, that's all you talking about for the next whole week around the globe.
That's cap.
Bro, I'm just telling you. And you know what? This information wasn't coming from Gil or his opinion. This is data that Playback, because, Playback had signed him. This is data that they gave him. And this is what they were saying. So, Playback's directly affiliated with the NBA. So the reason why they're able to give out these big contracts to these content creators that cover the NBA, well, the money coming from somewhere, the viewership coming from somewhere, they're the ones that see the numbers. Mm-hmm. And so when they handing out all this money, they see where the viewership's coming from. They telling people where the viewership's coming from. I mean, the money ain't just getting printed. They ain't going in the basement printing it themselves.
I'm not saying they're getting broke, Lamont. They're not doing that. All I'm saying is, put it like this. If the NFL, the Lakers played the primetime game, right? Am I correct?
Yes. No, they played. Yeah, they played one of the games.
So if the NFL really wanted, I mean, they tried and see what the numbers would look like. But if they were to put the Kansas City Chiefs against the Baltimore Ravens at that prime time slot
Would have
at
lost
the same
out
time.
still.
Wait. Let me finish. Who do you think would have won?
The
Who
NBA.
cares? If you
You know
NBA,
why?
you watch
Because the NFL can never get close to 500 million views. I don't care how good a game is. Does the Super Bowl even get 500 million views? No. So it don't matter who they have playing. They never gonna come close to what the NBA does because the NBA has the world watching.
Exactly. Just look at the NFL's biggest stars.
It's just that everybody in the world can't watch the game live because everybody's on different times. But if you count all of the views from when each country starts to wake up and then they watch the playbacks of these games, because he said the real numbers are going to be on NBA side at NBA.com because they're the ones that see the playback numbers after the replay numbers. But NFL ain't got that. Once these NFL games over with, ain't nobody going back and rewatching.
Nope.
Nobody care about them NFL games.
George, how can you tell that the NBA doesn't have the most fans ever right now? I don't get that.
Because Major League Baseball and the NFL they still exist.
Like, if you still going on them ratings, like we've been talked about the NBA social media pages, and they have the most views by far, most followers.
You got,
I don't know how they're struggling.
Go read the NFL pages and see what they're saying.
Who cares?
Go read MLB and see what they're saying.
People paying for them. That's the GMs and all them should be worried about the views. I don't give a damn about no views, bro. Like, honestly. Who cares about views, bro?
And all this, like, come on, they have the
NFL,
most money. Contracts keep coming out. NBA is not struggling in any way.
Yeah,
no,
NFL,
ain't struggling,
bro. What are we talking about, bro?
For them to be going on talk shows and talking about it, something's wrong.
Bronny James can get 50 million in jersey sales. The NBA is fine, man.
It's something to talk about.
Wrong.
Bronny James got 50 million in jersey sales.
You just showed the man on a radio show talking, the commissioner talking about his league. When they get to discussing things like that on whatever national radio or national TV, there's an underlying there.
So when NBA games start getting canceled because they ain't selling enough tickets, that's when the problem.
No, Adam Silver is not going to trip on it because as long as y'all talking about it, y'all talking about no matter if it's good or bad. If you're talking about the NBA, it's good for Adam Silver. Whether you making the claim that views are down or not, you're talking about the NBA because all you doing when we even talk about it is you making people not talk about the NFL, not talk about MLB or any of these other sports, whether it's to the good or bad. You talking about the NBA.
Yeah,
that's all he cares about.
What proof do you have the NBA is losing viewership? Nobody has actual proof of that happening, other than people talking about it. That's it. There's no actual signs that the NBA are losing viewership. Are they canceling games because they didn't sell enough tickets?
But the money keep going up. Somehow people ain't watching.
How are people signing $300 million contracts?
You don't cancel games because people are not buying tickets. What are you talking about, bro? You have blackouts. You have blackouts.
No, the owners would have they would be fighting it tooth and nail in the most recent CBA negotiations. If they was losing money,
paying players $300 million contracts if they losing views, if they losing money. Come on,
bro. You just said because they not selling tickets. Tickets has nothing to do with it.
Worry about what billionaires got in their pocket. Come on, bro.
Tickets, viewership, fans, all of it. And since y'all can't stop hating on teams and players, like
I'm not hating on nobody. I just want you guys to realize that the other leagues out there are starting to challenge the NBA.
No, they ain't no league.
Christmas Day is Christmas Day. Christmas Day is it? I bet you watched some NFL games on Christmas Day.
No, I didn't. I watched all NBA.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter what Christmas Day. It don't matter, bro.
He said, "Hold on, what happened to Quincy Olivari? He got cut." Hold on. See, this is the problem, Mingle Jester. I was telling Ticket TV this yesterday. I said, y'all be pretending like y'all following Quincy Olivari so close. Y'all because Ticket did a whole stream. He said the Lakers did Quincy Olivari wrong because they cut him. I said, if you actually follow Quincy Olivari, you would know exactly why this man got cut. You want me to tell y'all why he got cut?
Yeah, tell us.
Since none of these fake Olivari fans know, I'm going to tell you why. This dumbass, right? You just signed a 2-way contract with the Lakers. 4 games into the G League, what does his dumb ass go do? This fool goes with another NBA player to Hawaii, gets in a motorcycle accident, fucks his ankle up, goes to the hospital to get it all treated. Don't tell nobody. Come back hurt, injured. Now the team trying to figure out how he hurt his ankle, right? They don't find out till weeks later that he got into some accident in Hawaii with some other NBA player from the Pelicans where he screwed up his whole ankle. Now he got to sit games because he was averaging 17 a game. So now his dumb ass got to sit games. So first, you're not supposed to even be riding motorcycles. It's in your contract. You take your ass to Hawaii. You get in a motorcycle accident. You don't tell the team. You come back hurt. Now you're missing games. And then even when you come back from the ankle injury, you still can't get right because it keeps nagging you. Who you think going to be the first one to go when it's time to bring somebody new in?
The dumb nigga.
The dumb motherfucker that lied of you, man, get your ass up out of here. Bro, they be acting like
on thin lease on 2-way contracts.
But what surprises me is that they will all pretend that they've been following him. I heard people on tickets saying, yeah, he got good work ethic. I say y'all know all this about Quincy Oliveira, but y'all don't know he was injured. You don't know he went to Hawaii, screwed up his ankle. It was a big ordeal. Y'all don't know because it ain't a whole bunch of media and cameras running around following him to tell you what happened. But they was out there pretending again, just faking the funk like the Lakers did something wrong, like they needed another center, so they cut his ass. They cut an injured player to bring in a healthy player. That's what happens when you in the G League.
That's what's happening when they go overseas. They're gonna do dumb, stupid, blank.
Hey, what'd you think of that Nick Richards trade?
Who did he get traded to?
He got traded to the Suns for Kogi.
Oh,
so Kogi on the Hornets and Nick.
That means Nurkic's on his way out. That's all that means.
Hey,
who gonna want him? I don't want him.
Hold on, let me let Bees get his take.
No, I just read the header. What's this fight? What's this, bro? I'm trying to start a league.
Oh yeah. It's not. It was obviously it's connected to LeBron because Maverick Carter is an advisor for it, but basically, Maverick Carter is a part of a group of investors seeking to raise $5 billion to form an international basketball league. It says that will serve as a rival to the NBA. And that's what sources told ESPN.
Oh,
and so it says the group includes multiple private equity funds. Most of them are from Saudi Arabia and Dubai. It says it's looking to form a league consisting of 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing games around the world. And they said they want to kind of do it. And I didn't understand this part because I don't know Formula One, but they said they wanted to set it up similar to how Formula One has their season set up.
Oh,
but I just don't know how Formula One has things set up.
Oh, okay. All right, that's what I was wanting to know. Hey, I think the league is losing viewership.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's got to do with more than just the play, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more politics. There's like a pushback to wokeness in this country now, and the league and everybody who embraced this wokeness, if they don't adjust, they gonna go broke. That's what I think is happening.
Mm-hmm. Look at Bud Light. They had to get right real quick.
Yeah, and so I think it's gonna get worse. If you look, you see Walmart, you see Facebook, you see all these major companies. They're getting rid of the woke. They're getting rid of the DEI. It's happening all over America right now, right?
Mm.
So I think that plays a small part of it, because I think the social justice stuff, I don't think it went too far, but I think when they mixed it into the LGBT, they mixed it in as one bag, right?
Mm.
That's just my opinion, though.
No, I believe there's a core, but I feel like the NBA over the last couple of years they've done a good job of distancing themselves from that talking point.
They have. They've been trying to pull back from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
just people don't forget, James is going to be forever tied.
LeBron James is tied to it. Steve Kerr's tied to it. Popovich is tied to it. They got a lot of coaches tied to it. A lot of people tied to it. Yeah, LeBron will never be able to get out of it. So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If Maverick Carter and them are able to start a league that rivals the NBA, which basically would be competition,
mm-hmm.
do you think that eliminates LeBron having an opportunity to be an owner?
Yeah, for sure. That 1,000%.
Sounds like a conflict of interest, honestly.
Yeah, it would have to be, especially if LeBron has. But it did say in the article that LeBron James is not directly tied to it. It's just Maverick Carter. But I mean, I just feel like that's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I feel like LeBron just. There's no way he goes after NBA ownership if he has something like this up his sleeve. But I think LeBron even knows that too. So
I don't know.
My biggest concern was just like with the impending expansion of the NBA, if they're gonna really bring back the Sonics and like make the team in Vegas, like part of this is just like having more high level basketball available. I feel like that would also be a conflict of interest, trying to make your own.
I think the NBA would be smart if instead of trying to put a team in Vegas or Washington or Seattle again, they need to do Mexico, and push for Mexico City. I mean, that's literally an entire country right there, right? I mean, just all viewership, all fan base right there. And I would try to push for something like that.
Hey, why? You don't want me to have a team again?
I mean, no, I'm saying if you're looking for max, like if you're trying to hit that max kickback, I think you got to push to win over an entire country instead of winning over an entire state. Like you'll win over a state, but if you get the whole country of Mexico, I'll take that.
No, and it could be if it's Mexico, it could be bigger than Mexico. People from like Southern California, Arizona, Texas, they might
Cowboys got that on lock.
See, I think you're okay if you go there and have games there first, see how it goes. But I don't know if the players would want to live in Mexico City, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we said that about Canada. They don't want to live in Canada.
They don't. They don't want to be there. Now, there's a lot of honeys there. You know what I'm saying? You have a good time, but
they might need to come with some extra incentives to move them there. I don't know. I don't know what they'd be doing in Toronto, but that might help.
Well, it's screwy because you got to pay taxes on both ends.
Shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, you still owe your taxes here.
Infamous said that's a lie. Infamous said that's a lie.
What's a lie?
Because he's from Canada.
Hey, yeah, he is. Every time I went across that stinking border, I have to. They charge you tax just like you live there. Now you can stop at the border and get a refund, but I think they put an end to that. Man, whatever he talking about, you pay tax just like you a citizen there.
You know, when I went out there, I don't remember not paying tax.
Right.
I know that much.
Now, you used to could stop at the border and get your tax back. Because I think it's called a GFCI or something, GF something tax, right? You used to be able to stop and be able to get it back. I don't know if you still can.
I was trying to see if Infamous hit the leak and explain it to
Man, I won't talk to that dude, bro. Don't bring that white boy.
He's black. He said he's black.
He say a lot of things.
He don't sound like it, but he say he's black. definitely say he's black.
No, I just be messing with Infamous. I ain't got no problem with him for real, bro. Come on up, Infamous. Toronto nigga.
Where's Mingle Jester? Is he not in the chat? Like, why can't he click the link?
He was. I mean, I seen him in the chat. I just didn't know he was talking about LeBron or something.
Yep, him and Whippy. Can't stop.
Who is that just came in, Lamont?
That was Mike. A dude named Mike. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get on these trades too. I'm trying to see who's about to get traded.
What's your team looking like?
When is the deadline?
It's horrible, man, right now. It ain't looking good. The deadline, the trade deadline is what? Coming up pretty soon here, a couple weeks. Oh, Portland, we just need to we holding on to some players that we should be holding on to.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now, look what he wrote. That's a lie. Now look at this last comment.
He said there's a way around it with a clever tax person. Oh my God. Oh my God. A clever tax person. So you basically saying Bees was right.
Hey, what's the topic? What's the topic?
We done had a couple different topics, man. Shannon Sharpe, 3-point line.
What y'all talk about Shannon Sharpe?
Oh, how Shannon Sharpe and them trolled Carcino. They trolled the shit out of him. Had him reporting a whole fake story. His whole channel done turned on him.
Hold on, they did what now?
So this is what they did. So Shannon Sharpe and Chad basically they had Shannon come out with a story saying that he was gonna sign Chad's ex, Sherelle Rosario, I think is her name, to a podcast deal. And then Chad played along with it. He was faking like he was mad. So he commented on the announcement on Twitter, was like, when was y'all gonna let me in on it? And so they kind of played this narrative like they was clashing, like the show was about to split in the end, right? And so what happens was, just like in old Carcino fashion, he does a live stream pretending as if he has insider information on the whole situation. He talking about they gonna break up, and he says he knows this is gonna happen. He said he talked to X, Y, and Z. I'm talking about he giving out all these fake details. And he's even saying on his live stream, everybody else is talking about it, but I got more information that y'all ain't never heard of. And he did like a whole 5-hour live stream. Next thing you know, the other night, on Nightcap, when Chad and Shannon they were faking like they were arguing about it. Next thing you know, Chad's ex, she just walks into his camera. She was like, y'all need to stop trolling with the people. And they ended up just saying, look, it was a big hoax. They basically start calling out. They essentially called Carcino out without saying so. They basically called his ass out, said, this is how you know these dudes be out here faking with their information and stuff. I mean, they just said his ass. So his whole comment section is just killing him. All his comments over the last 48 hours have just been killing him, saying he need to delete his channel, delete videos, all types of stuff. So he just exposed
love to see it.
He getting killed right now. I don't know why he left the stream up.
Oh,
I would have deleted the stream.
He left the stream up.
Yeah, I can let me pull it up.
No, he greedy. He want that money on it. He want people to go.
Yeah, he just want people to go back and watch, even though they're wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, they are killing it. Like I'm talking about, they are killing him in the comments. Bad. I was looking at the comments yesterday. They are killing him. Let me see.
Glad he's getting called out on a big platform like that. It's nice. It's refreshing.
Let me see. Live stream. Let me see what the most recent comments were. So he did like an emergency stream yesterday, trying to explain himself, but wasn't nobody going. They were saying you hold the L on this one. So here are the comments, man. Yeah, you're right. He's not gonna take it down because this is his best video like in the last 7 months. He got 34K views on it. Look, here are the comments, man. They just clowned you, fool. It was a troll. This dude couldn't wait. I think you got to take the L on this one, dog. You just got clowned. It was so easy to do. They got you, bro. You got to eat this. It's confirmed. It was staged. Oko was in on it. Next comment. He played you in your face. Oh man, he says I can't stop laughing when Sino, bro. They just killing him. He says you got to delete this, Sino. This video didn't age well. Shaking my head, falling out. People always jumping the gun for clicks. Sino, they tricked you, man. He said y'all be so quick to make these videos, don't be knowing what's going on. He says can't take relationship advice from a guy with no woman. He says, "Oh, Shay and Chad got you putting out fake content." Bro, his whole comment section is just filled like this, man. He getting roasted. But all he got to do is stop pretending like he know everybody.
Yeah.
What you got to do? I don't know what he was thinking with that, man. What you been up to, man?
Oh, just working. You didn't say what's your team? You not hitting on nothing this year?
Hell no, man. I don't know what's going on, man. We just it's just bad, man. I mean, obviously Scoot Henderson just had a big game. He dropped 39 the other night, but outside of that, he's been looking like a bust. But I mean, I don't know. We got 4 centers. I don't get this.
He got 4 of them.
Bro, we still got Jeremy Grant. I don't know why. DeAndre Ayton's a big waste of space. Then we got DeAndre Ayton, but you draft Donovan Clingan at the center. I don't understand that. And we still holding on to Robert Williams III. I don't know why we got him. So it's just like,
yeah, why would you move him?
You could have got draft picks for Robert Williams over the summer. You don't do that. You could have definitely moved off of Aiden before he showed everybody he was even sorrier. Because you drafted Donovan Clingan.
Is Williams, is he hurt?
He had like a little minor injury, but he's back from injury. So, but as far as his knee injury, he's healthy he's recovered from that.
So has he been available? How much of the season he played?
Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he's been playing. He actually been putting up some good games.
Yeah, I don't know why they keeping him. They need to trade him.
Yeah. So yeah, as of late, he hasn't been playing. What's up, man?
And who you think the best team in the East is? Is it Cleveland or is it still Boston?
Bro, it's Boston. I don't believe in Cleveland. I don't believe in Cleveland. I mean, Jared Allen and Jared Allen is what worries me in the playoffs. You can't. I don't. He's just I don't know. To me that he makes them easier to defend, especially if you
face
can
the floor.
Well, yeah, that. But in the playoffs, when we could just key in on everything that you do well, the one thing that they can always account for is the fact that they don't really have to focus too much defensive attention on Jared Allen. I mean, outside of being a lob threat, he really can't do nothing else on that team. So he makes it harder. He makes life harder for Garland.
I agree, and I'm not as high on him either. I don't believe in Darius Garland. I don't think Donovan Mitchell can take you to the be the number 1 on the championship team. I don't really believe in him either.
I mean, I like him. I think Garland's not really a 1 by nature. I think Garland's a 2 by nature, and I think Donovan Mitchell's a 2 by nature. So they're running around with 2 shooting guards. Garland's just taking the back seat to be the point guard. He's doing a decent job at it. I mean, they're defending well. I mean, they're winning regular season games. But if they matched up against the Celtics in the playoffs, I think the Celtics win that like 4-1, 4-2.
But besides the Celtics, is there any other team in the East that could beat them?
Matchup-wise, I think the Knicks could beat them. I wouldn't be opposed. I think the Knicks could beat them. It would be a tougher task. But I mean, yeah, there'll be some bottom feeders. I mean, I don't doubt that they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, But as far as getting out the East, you're gonna have to go through Boston, and I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, me either.
The same thing was said about the Denver Nuggets a few years ago.
What do we say?
The same thing you're saying about the Cavaliers. I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying that you were downplaying the Nuggets when they won the championship too.
Yeah, but they didn't have Nikola Jokic. They don't have Nikola Jokic. That's what this Cleveland Cavalier team don't got. They don't got a Nikola Jokic.
But that's why I'm saying I don't think D. Mitch is the number one on the championship team.
Why not?
Because he's a smaller. I don't really believe in a bunch of smaller guards being the number one on championship teams.
Okay, but give me a basketball reason that he can't be a number one on a championship team.
Because he's a smaller guard. It's just it takes a lot more for a smaller guard to be the number one.
So it's Steph.
Physically,
Steph is a smaller guard.
He's not Steph, especially not in his prime. No.
Oh, look at the big brain on him. Bro, I know he's not Steph. What I'm saying is, you can tell me he's not. You don't think he's good enough. Just saying he's a smaller guard. That don't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's to that level of a.
Well, you didn't say that, bro. I'm asking.
That's what I mean. I don't think he's to that level of a player to be the number one.
Okay, but isn't it possible? Haven't we seen anonymity? I can't even say the word. You know what I'm about to say, LeBron.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in comparison to like his competition is going to be guys like Jason Tatum. You know, these big guys that's the number ones on their team. I don't think he can go toe to toe with those guys.
I'm with Lamont. They're probably not that big of a threat. For them to win, it's got to be a team-oriented deal. And we've seen teams win championships from chemistry and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't have a chance. They have a chance. I just wouldn't pick them.
No, I don't think they could beat Boston.
And you need star power. I mean, obviously, like you said, Bees, a team can win it for you sometimes.
Every once in a blue moon.
But if you don't have that, I'm talking about elite star power, and which is what Boston has. I mean, and they do have some star power with Mitchell, but I mean, outside of Mitchell, I don't really look at anybody else on that roster like a true star.
No, you're right about that.
It's going to come back to haunt them. I mean, they got shooters, they got defense, but when it's time to make a bucket in the playoffs in the fourth quarter, well, you better hope Garland can do it for you because that's about the second best you got.
Garland perform well in the playoffs.
I mean, but that's why we use the term playoff experience. I mean, Donovan Mitchell does have a lot of playoff experience, so I mean, the only thing you can hope is that maybe he's learned from it.
See, I think that's overrated sometimes, right?
You think so?
Well, no, I mean, when people say he performed well in the playoffs, I think unless you are a star, it comes down to your matchups.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal too.
Whether you play well or not is based on a matchup. If it's a bad matchup for you, I think as fans sometimes we say, "Oh, this dude, he don't show up in the playoffs," but sometimes it's just not a good matchup for you.
So pretty much Boston, that's their toughest matchup in their conference, right?
No, I think Boston's toughest matchup could possibly be either New York or Milwaukee.
I could see Milwaukee, but New York?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play New York,
but
not with the way Cat's been playing.
Y'all counting out the Magic already too?
Yeah, they not ready.
Why the hell would you count the Magic?
They just don't got enough offense. They great defensively. They got Paulo and Franz, but they just don't got enough overall offense.
I mean, New York. The one thing about New York, they gonna get after you, man.
Yeah, New York is.
Hey, salute. Salute FYF. What's up, Playboy?
Hey, I put it down today, bro. Don't start it, okay?
Hey man, I'm not gonna start it with you, coconut bees. It's all right. I'm not starting it with you today, man. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
No, I just came up to salute. Great topic today, man. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed listening to it. It's a good topic today.
Hey, wait, are y'all already counting out Denver for championship contenders?
No, they not. They not counted out. Let me ask you this, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
If what normally happens to what's his name, Porzingis, can they beat Milwaukee without Porzingis?
I don't know about that one.
Hold on, can they beat Milwaukee? I think without Porzingis, it equalizes it. It
right.
neutralizes like their overall power, but because I think if Middleton's healthy and you got Dame and Giannis, I think that's a solid enough trio with their role players to go head to head with what the Celtics have. But Porzingis has been that player that throws the power of balance off. Like
right.
he shifts it so much, it's just hard to account for White, Brown, Tatum, and then even now, what's his name coming off the bench is a lot better. The white dude, Pritchard is now looking like 6th man of the year. They tough, man. And then you still you can't forget about Drew Holiday because he's another guy. He's quiet, but he can mess around and drop 30, and he might in a playoff game. If you let him get loose. So you got White can drop 30, Pritchard can get to 25, Holiday can drop 30, Tatum and Brown both can drop 30, and then with Porzingis in there, who makes you already, he's going to bring a ton of defense, and he can drop 30.
Yeah, I don't see Milwaukee beating them, but if Porzingis
About
gets
150 points, ain't it?
I'm saying when I say you can drop 30, it's just the fact that you're a 30-point threat. That when you have all those threats on the court, boy, it keeps everybody super honest. So generally, when you want to shade more help somewhere, you got to think twice. When you know you got a guy that can catch fire at any time, and you'll have a hell of a hard time guarding him if he catches fire. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just want to say the thing about Boston that I like is that they got in their starting lineup, they got players. Their starting lineup, everybody can play both sides of the ball, and I think that's very key. You don't really have a defensive liability per se in the starting lineup. Like Tatum, everybody can play both sides. You got your offense and you got your defense, straight up.
Yeah.
So that's hard to beat. And they stick to that's the land my plane. They stick to a formula, and sometimes the formula works and sometimes it doesn't. And that formula is to get up as many threes as possible.
Well,
they don't care. They'll stick to that formula, do or die sometimes. And that's one of the things I noticed.
Without Porzingis, you got a bunch of bad decision makers on that team. Other than Drew Holiday would be the better decision maker with the other guard. I'm talking about Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They're turnover prone, and if you can make those dudes actually have to facilitate and run the offense, your chance of winning goes up. Porzingis covers up a lot of miscues from those two dudes. And maybe this is the year Jason Tatum grows. But without Porzingis, I think the Bucks can get him.
Porzingis is not that key of a player. You know why? Because he's not. Let me explain. Let me explain. Because he's not a big that works the inside. He likes to stay on the perimeter, right? So he's not that rebound threat.
Yeah, he plays
that everybody thinks he is. You got to watch the games to understand that. He really doesn't like to rough it up, like on the inside.
He plays in the mid range, and
they won without him. They can win without him. They're used to playing without him.
No, but
to be honest,
that's why we said with him, it's just icing on the cake. Defensively, he's a monster. And then when you say he's not, bro,
he's the best paint presence.
He's far more physical than Horford. He's a physical player. Just because he plays from the outside in He is not soft by any means. He will.
No,
he
no,
will
I'm
attack
not
the
saying he's
basket.
soft. I'm not going to go that route. I don't like
He's
calling
a
people
good rim
soft.
protector.
But I'm just saying,
He's a great rim
he
protector.
does. He really likes to stay on the outside. I just
That's
noticed that
offense,
about
but he
he.
plays in the mid range too,
Yeah,
in
but
the
he only
post.
stays on the outside by the design of their offense. When you're running 5
Right,
out, you have
right.
no choice but to go 5 out. But when you talk about when it's time for him to go on the inside, when it's time for him to score, bro, I mean, he's not just out there settling for
He's a
threes.
finesse. He's a finesse big.
He is not a finesse big.
All right.
I wouldn't call him finesse. Nah, that's just me personally.
Yeah, to me, he comes off as a finesse big.
Wait, so you really don't think Porzingis plays in the mid range? You just think he just plays all on the perimeter the whole game?
No, I don't. No, here's the thing. I do think he has the talent to play down low, but I think I don't. To me, when I watch him play, I'm just from my observation. This is my personal observation. He has a tendency to just stay out. You know what I mean? He's comfortable. If he has to get down there, he'll get down there. But I'm saying he looks more comfortable on the perimeter. And you're right. Maybe I do agree with FYF. Maybe that's by design. That's probably how their offense is designed. He would know more than I do about that.
Well,
But
you
I'm just saying.
wait till you get to the playoffs. When they need a bucket, they giving him the ball in the post.
No, I agree.
But I think they can win. I think they can win without. You're right. He's the icing on the cake, but they can win without him. I think they can still win without him. The one thing that bothers Boston, which I noticed, and that's just from playing the Raptors, where the Raptors beat them, is the size. I think you can rough them up a little bit with size.
That's where Cleveland might have the up on him is the front
Right.
court.
Well,
If you get big with them, and get physical with them, I think you have a chance. That's just my opinion.
I just want, what does that equate to though? The physicality, is that just going to lead to other bigs getting dunks and twos? Like the Celtics are going to keep shooting threes, so that's not going to really do much.
What do you mean?
No, I mean you match their size though, and then you get here's the thing, they have a formula, and that's to get, like I mentioned earlier, that's to get up as many threes as possible. And if they're not hitting their shots, they are a liability.
Well, I would
if they're off with their shooting, but here's the thing though, they're more on than they're off, so that's why it kind of fools a lot of people. But if they're off one night, they have no plan B to a sense.
If they're usually on, why wouldn't they space the floor and shoot a lot? That's analytics.
No, I get what I'm saying. If they're off one, they're going to hit their shots more often than they do. Their thing is like, I get up as many shots as I possibly can, and eventually they're going to go in.
How many threes are they averaging?
So like 50?
I don't have that number. They just put up I know they put up like a lot of shots a night.
Well,
I don't know if who's by a computer.
I don't know what these other teams are doing. You should be killing them on the boards.
You should, but it's just hard.
You know why? You know why they're not killing them on the boards, Bees?
Why is that?
It's because when you shoot a lot of threes, and I think this is also by design, it's hard to judge where the rebounds are gonna go sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot of long rebounds.
Like the long rebounds, and then if you got big guards on the perimeter like Boston has, that's advantage Boston still. So I mean, I think even on the rebounding edge, even if you shoot a lot of threes, it's still not going to pan out in your favor, because most people, when the shot goes up, you just have a tendency just to kind of collapse in towards the rim a little bit, and then now consistently you have to just stretch out and stay on the perimeter to get these rebounds. It starts to turn into advantage Boston.
Hey, do you notice something though? They work with that shooting coach. What's his name? Lamont? The shooting coach. The guy that works with everybody. He's like the best shooting coach in the league. He works with He was working with Stephen A. Smith the other day. Like they were doing some kind of thing.
Lethal Shooter?
Yes.
I don't think he's the best in the league. He's just most
well,
popular.
He's one of the most popular. But here's the thing I've noticed. I'm going to land the plane. Do you notice the thing about Boston is that pretty much everybody has the same kind of shooting form to a certain degree? Watch them next time, and you'll pick it up that they all of them. They all kind of have the same shooting form. That's one thing I picked up. If you watch closely, they all seem to have that. The release, they have the gooseneck, and they always keep it up.
I'll tell you this. They, my opinion, this is just my opinion. I just looked it up. They're averaging 51.1 threes a game.
That's crazy.
And they average 16.5 makes, which is 31%. If they shoot that in the playoffs, they will not repeat.
53s is crazy.
I actually thought it was higher than that. To be honest with you.
But I think
I thought it was close
OKC
to
is the best
60.
matchup for
See,
Boston.
I just don't understand how taking that many threes can benefit you over the long run, because you're going to lose. You're losing at the free throw line. You should
You're not
be
getting to the rim.
Right. You should be losing in the rebounding also. You should be behind there. So I could see if you're shooting 37, 38, 40%, but you're shooting 31%.
It's the analytics, man. It's the analytics.
But
Today's
31%,
analytics.
what kind of analytics? Like 31%?
That's trash.
Their objective is we're going to get up as many as possible, and eventually we'll start hitting. And then you can't match it with your twos, because if you notice, if you come back with your twos, they start catching. One of them is going to catch on fire. I think the hope is that one of them or two of them or three of them is going to catch on fire. If you can just get two on fire, you're good. If you get three, that's a
sounds
bonus.
great when you make
You see
the
what I'm
threes,
saying?
but they only shooting 31%.
So you just
They're
answered
not
the
making
question.
them.
That's the analytics. They will eventually start hitting their shots.
Yeah. But what y'all not incorporating is that when you defend at the level that they defend, you got more wiggle room on offense.
To the rim?
You got more wiggle room on offense with mistakes. So you can miss even when the Celtics miss a bunch of threes, they're generally always still in the game because they defend at a high level. So all the shots that you think are easy for you normally, they're gonna make you inefficient. And so that's just the equalizer. If they're making shots, they're just gonna. This is why they had them 50-point blowouts the last couple of years, because if they're gonna defend, if they're making shots at a high level, they're just gonna blow you out the gym. If they're missing them, okay, it's gonna be a little closer than normal. We just gonna have to grind it out. But their defense is what's keeping them in games. I think people just getting enamored with the volume of threes, but it's their defense, and that's what Adam Silver was talking about in that video. He was like, we get so caught up in the threes that we forget that some of these teams are playing some elite level defense to afford them the ability to even be able to shoot them threes.
I noticed he said that, and then, nobody picked up on that. Yeah,
but nobody talks it. Like, nobody's gonna ever give them credit. Like, we talk about the Boston Celtics, everybody keeps talking about the threes per game. It's like, bro, because I even tell my team, look, man, I'm not really saying much to them on the offensive end. Miss a shot, it's always about the defense. We're gonna find a way to score points, but I don't know how. We're gonna get to 80 points, but if we ain't getting stops, man, it's gonna be.
But you know what I noticed, Lamar?
Like,
you can't.
A random team is shooting 53s a game. Like, you got to think about their personnel. Like, NBA teams know that anyone on that team can get hot. So even if they're missing, they still got to go out there and guard them. That keeps their floor spaced, makes driving easier if they choose to. That's just part of their offense.
Right. But the one to touch on the topic that you were touching on earlier, what I do notice is though that with these people, everybody's going to complain about something. Like, you know what I mean? If there wasn't enough offense, they'll be saying, "Oh, that's an issue." Like, there's always going to be something to complain about. You're never going to keep everybody happy. And I think I've gotten to the point where, listen, people are going to say what they want to say. I enjoy the game. I love the game. I'm watching it right now while I'm listening to you, right? So here's the thing: like, if you enjoy the game, just enjoy it for what you enjoy. Like, you don't have to always listen to the talking heads that are out there trying to, I believe, propagate that the game is horrible, it's unwatchable, blah blah blah, and all this other nonsense. In my opinion, it's still watchable, man. It's still a great game. But I land my plane.
Nah, it's easier to watch than them old games that people be hyping up. The offense can't spread like players holding the ball at the top of the key, holding it at the mid range. Like, bro, shoot the ball. The more skills allowed it to flow better.
No, people gonna hate, like, especially, bro. I don't know what it is with these. This might be like the most hatingest group of old heads we've ever seen. Because you can't make them happy. Like, because I use, and I've said this multiple. I said
for the players that today that play like 90s players, the old heads say, what did they say? What were they all saying about Draymond Green? Oh, he can't shoot. Well, hold on. None of the 90s players could shoot, but y'all praising them for
But they
physicality,
appraised
hard-nosed
Dennis
defense.
Rodman. They appraised
Yeah,
Dennis
they
Rodman
appraised
and
it.
say he
Yeah,
was the.
but you got Draymond. I'm talking about first they say they want the physicality back. As soon as Draymond kicked somebody in the nuts, things that they was praising in the 90s,
But
they
say
all
Bill
these old heads
Laimbeer
talking
was
about
just as
suspend
great
him.
player.
Every time Draymond Green do something, suspend him,
Right.
suspend him. He need to go. Like, hold on. I thought y'all was saying y'all wanted
That's what you gonna
physicality back.
ask for. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
exactly.
just like,
I said the
so
same thing too. Yeah.
they can't make them happy. They just gonna cry about something. And you just right now, I'm just at the point where you just got to start ignoring them.
Yep.
Because there's really you just because the more you pay attention to them or give them conversations, they're gonna feel like what they say has value. So you just gotta kind of ignore it now. They just gonna
Well,
say stuff.
Here's what I don't understand. Why would you denigrate your own product like that though? Like you're hurting your own product. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear that with any other sport. I don't hear NFL players or NFL commentators saying, "Oh man, NFL is so horrible today." Like, "Oh, it was way better back." I never hear that. When I watch an NFL game, you never hear them talk like that.
But when they say the stuff was better back then, they only talking about Jordan. Because when you watch,
it's not their product anymore. That's why.
When you watch everybody else, it really wasn't all that great.
Because Infamous, haven't you noticed they say that they'll never say it, but some of them let it start to seep out. I think a lot of it's just jealousy. These players can,
Yes,
they have more accessibility to things. They more famous, more notoriety, more money. I mean, literally, better everything, better treatment from the organizations, better accommodations. They take their health more seriously because now you have load managing. So guys aren't playing injured. So now their careers are so everything that these players are doing now is what these older players wish they would have had.
You know what it comes down to, Lamont? One key word: power. Today's players have more power than the old players had. The old players like, hey, you're injured, get out there and play. We don't care if you're injured, get out there. Now these new players can say, no, I don't want to play. No, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I want to be traded. I want to move. Like the power dynamic has completely shifted. The players hold more power than the owners. So back then it was a different story. The owners had more power and more leverage. So I think that's maybe where the jealousy comes in. Is like, damn it, we wish we had the same power that today's players had back then.
But the one thing I hate about when they talk about today's game versus back then, they always say someone created a super team stuff, all of that, KD. But then when you look at who guys back then played with, the Showtime Lakers, the Celtics, Moses Malone, and Dr. J, it's like they forget about all the super teams and
No, they
stuff
don't
back
forget.
then.
It's blatant hypocrisy. That's it. They know all about NBA history.
Super
They
team
talk
is
about
only
the
a
greatest
problem
teams
when
of
it's
all time.
involving LeBron. That's what I noticed,
And
man.
KD.
Super team is only an issue when it's LeBron. Trust me.
Yeah,
LeBron and
but like
KD.
they say LeBron
There
stacked the
were
deck.
always super
Made it
teams before
unfair.
LeBron. There were super teams before LeBron. Come on now.
Yeah, they say all that, but like they don't even they don't see the other team. Like when they talk about like the best teams of all time, they never mention like a Heat 2013, a Cap. They always say Celtics, Bulls, Lakers, but LeBron made it
Facts.
unfair.
Peace out, Lamont. Y'all
I look
fan
up the
base, we got
definition
it.
of a super team. If you look up the
All right,
definition of
George.
a super team
What was
is
that,
three or
George?
more. Yeah, the definition of a super team is three or more superstars.
No, it's not.
Three or more superstars in their prime
There's no definition. It's
on a
just
team.
whatever they want to say.
No, I'm saying that's a
Yeah.
dictionary definition. I don't believe in super teams, but I'm saying if you look it up, that's what you'll see.
I was on Ticket Channel one day. I was like, "What's the super team?" The guy was like 3 All-Stars. So I was like, "So that means just when Chicago Bulls had DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic, that's the super team?" No, that's not a super
exactly.
team. It's just like so then they start they pick and choose
Super
when they
team
want to
is
label
whatever
stuff super
fits
team.
the narrative.
That's exactly what it is. Whatever fits the narrative for that particular conversation where they want to hate.
And then they won't be consistent. Like they say it's about the All-Star, and then you mention, hey, other teams that, LeBron wasn't on had more All-Stars, more Hall of Famers, and then they just go to those put together organically and all that stupid shit they be saying.
There's nothing organic about the NBA. Like, man, bro, I don't know where they grew up playing this old soft friendship basketball where everything has to be balanced and equal. But from high school on up, like even for anybody that played high school ball, we all knew that one high school that had all the best players. That stacked it, in college. For the longest time before the NIL came around, it was the Dukes, the Kansas, the UCLAs, all the blue. That's why they called them blue bloods, because they got all the 5 stars. They were always Kentucky when Calipari was getting all them 5 stars. Did nobody say he need to stop stacking the deck? He would have 5 stars on top of 5 stars. He had so many 5 stars. He had Devin Booker coming off the bench. You know how many 5 stars you got to have Devin Booker coming off the bench in college?
Damn.
I mean, come on.
But even you can even make it to playground basketball. If I play playground basketball, I'm picking the best players on my team. Like what? Like, come on, man. Like, what's the problem with that? You pick the best players, you line them up and say, okay, I'll take that guy, you take that guy. I'm picking the best to run with.
Like my high school team was trash, so I just went to the stacked AAU team. It's cool. Played much better basketball there with other people that could,
No, you got to get it from the mud. No, you got to pick the worst players and get it from the mud. That's what they want you to do, man. You can't do it that way. It's not right.
We got Lord of the Fifth. Hey, Lord of the Fifth. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link for you. You seem like a Kobe fan because you got 824 in your name.
Oh,
y'all Kobe fans is delusional than a motherfucker, man.
What does that comment even mean?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna drop the link to let them explain it because they say so. The stuff that they say is so dumb. I can't even really explain it. Or maybe they can explain it better.
No, they can't, but they'll try.
This is probably we can almost bet they're probably gonna talk about 2011. All right, if they come up
as a Kobe fan, that's tough.
Yes. Right.
That you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a narrative. Sounds like something they heard somewhere else and they're just repeating it. That's usually what a lot of people do. They hear these narratives and then they try to repeat it on other channels. But when y'all
know what Kobe fans remind me of, like the Kobe fans now, they remind me of Kwame Brown on YouTube, just playing like fake victim, like they run around pretending, like because you know how Kwame Brown pretends like he's getting all this hate and he's the victim, and Kobe fans just want to be the victim and hate it so bad, like. Nobody hates Kobe. Most people have him ranked in the top 10, right outside the top 10, probably a lot higher than he should be. Right? Nobody talks about his defensive teams, which even Phil Jackson said he got the majority of them based on reputation and not production. But they want to pretend that there's all this hate.
What y'all talking about?
The fake Kobe hate, the fake Kobe hate, like these Kobe Bryant fans. They pretend that Kobe is LeBron James with the hate, with the level of hate.
Just because you don't got him number 1 all time, don't mean it's hate.
No, they will say that. Like if you don't have Kobe in the top 3 all time, they think it's hate.
No, you just gotta have him over LeBron.
For most Kobe
that
fans,
is true. Yeah, as long as you have him over LeBron, that's
Kobe
true.
Bron.
Well, they really don't give it. If LeBron's 50th and Kobe's 1 or 2, that they're cool with that list.
But they're all scared of Jordan. They will never put Kobe over Jordan. They'll put him high enough to where he's higher than Kareem and LeBron, but they will never put him over Jordan. So they're scared of Jordan.
About, the lack of being able to break down the game. Like, and if you really came with an argument, you could easily make the argument Kobe's a better basketball player. It doesn't make he's greater or whatever, but they don't even understand the game to say that type of thing.
But remember, the classic Kobe fan list is Mike, Kobe, Bron as the top 3, and then a bunch of just BS for the rest of the list.
Bro, when I went to a Kobe channel the other day and this fool said Kobe Bryant was a better defender than Scottie Pippen, and they said it, and the guy said the only thing Pippen did better than Kobe was pick and roll defense, which Pippen rarely defended the pick and roll because of the illegal defense. So Phil Jackson,
right, they barely ran it back then.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
They don't watch basketball. It's obvious.
But like, for example, they'll tell you that in 2001, in 2000, in Shaq's peak years, Kobe was the better player at 22 years old.
It was so sad to see that many people agreeing with Gap Attack. Like the casual basketball world has gotten too toxic. Like it's really like just too much stupidity in terms of actually talking
For
the game.
example, I seen on TikTok people were saying Kobe has an argument to be the best defender of all time.
Yeah, boy, check this out though. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I'm glad you pulled up. We got Real Takes, Fake Debates just pulled up, man.
What's the word?
Who was this?
Look, man, check this out. I'm so glad you pulled up, man, because
I thought this said something else.
Because I know you on TikTok, and I was talking about it earlier in the chat.
Yeah, that's why I was showing you. I just got in the crib.
Hey, y'all, I'm rarely on TikTok, and you know this, SB, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I went and just started scrolling through TikTok, bro. I see why they about to shut that motherfucker down. Bro, TikTok is savage, bro. Bro, I messed around and got hung up on a thread of D Wade and Zaya Wade. Oh my god!
Yeah, now TikTok different. But it's a lot of things.
I had to screen. Look, I'm gonna read some of these, bro. I'm gonna put some on the screen. Like I'm gonna put these on, bro. There is some bullies over there on TikTok. They are. Oh my god, bro! But I was dying laughing at the same time. That's how savage it is, too.
How you think I was going viral on TikTok the first time when I was doing a bad take book, bro? That people was go. I had to stop. It was getting irritated because people was like trying to sick me on people like a wild dog, bro. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead take a break, bro. Did you see what he said? Get him, SB.
No.
I be like, nah, don't get me.
Bro, TikTok is savage,
I was gonna bring it back, but they finna shut it down.
I'm talking about they was doing when D Wade said Zaya Wade was crying to sleep every night.
Oh yeah,
if he was on TikTok or his daughter, whoever she is, if she was on TikTok, that's why. I'm almost guaranteeing it, man.
Because TikTok, it's three things why they really finna try to shut down TikTok. One is because of how quick somebody can get viral and famous on there. Like a lot of people, you just see even Jello's song that just went viral now. Went viral because of TikTok and the clips. But they scared of like, okay, serious note, like somebody like Keith Lee, right? Keith Lee can go, say if LeBron opened a restaurant, LeBron just be like, man, look, my restaurant ain't making no sales. Keith Lee pop up. Now all of a sudden a restaurant booming. They be scared of like, can somebody, the right person get the right type of power? Then they worry about political things. Then you got to worry about the money situation because a lot of people was making money on TikTok, especially TikTok Shop. And then the TikTok Shop, for example, too, what the TikTok Shop taking money from? The Amazons, all the online sales, they moving the middleman. So it was like a lot of, they try to say the data thing, but it's really about money and power because they don't want nobody to get too powerful. Lamont get too powerful on TikTok. Now everybody following what Lamont say. Now next thing you know, that could change a vote dynamic. Anything like that. Hey, Lamont say, don't nobody go to this restaurant or nobody go to this business. Now he out of business. And so they people get too powerful on TikTok.
So here, I'm going to show you. So if they shut TikTok down.
Oh, yeah. And then you can say what you want. Then don't talk about like the rabbit hole and stuff. Like if you search up one thing, then your whole feed will turn to that. They search information.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Bro, because I looked up, the reason why I got hung up on the D-Wade, Zaya Wade thread, right, is because I was watching Jeff Teague and them podcast. And I know you seen the clip of them dying laughing, talking about TikTok that made a clip talking about this how D-Wade teaching Zaya how to dribble.
Yeah, and
it
was some dude. Your whole feed was D-Wade stuff, wasn't it? For at least that day.
So, so they triggered it because I went and tried to look up the video, and it's a video of some dude like twerking on a basketball lady to dribble. Bro, I'm dying laughing. Next thing I know, I go to the next one, and I flick to the next clip. It's a creepy looking video of D-Wade looking over his son back, talk about, bro.
Yeah, it's wild.
They be saying some wild stuff on there, bro. They be wild.
Because then people figured out like the term that serves the TikTok was like how you can say what you want to say, but like kind of say it like in the right way. So that's another thing too, because a lot of people you get away with saying whatever on TikTok if you say it in the right way. You know, a lot of people.
I'm about to show y'all these 3 images, but these was actually videos. I only screenshot it.
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's how they
I
take
always,
the screenshots in on the video.
but I'm saying I screenshot the video, but the videos was making it funnier because they had the music and all the extra stuff with it. Oh, let me put this on here.
Was it like one of them highlight videos and it started out?
Nah, just like meme type videos. Hold on. Because I'm hung up on that whole Zaya and Dwayne Wade thread. But I was dying laughing. I was like, they are savage over here.
Your phone heard you now, so don't worry, it's going to be down your feed again because your phone heard you.
Bro, I had to turn my TikTok notifications off.
Mm-hmm.
I turned them off because I'm talking about, and then they'll do fake stuff just to get you to go to the app.
It'll be like somebody mention you.
Yeah, like fake notifications don't mean even be really real. They'll just throw some fake weird notification up just to get you to go in the app. And then you know how it is. You done got to scrolling. Next thing you know, the next 10 minutes, you scrolling and don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you. Every time, such and such viewed your profile. Now you got to go see, wait, what's on my page that somebody viewing? I still got old videos from like 2 years ago still going viral on TikTok.
Oh, hold on. Now, how come y'all didn't? I got doing one at a time.
Yeah, I'm saying you want to have Zaya Wade out here dribbling the basketball.
Bro, if y'all saw that video, if y'all haven't seen that clip with Jeff Teague and them,
hilarious.
I was dying laughing, man.
Nah, they got it on lock for the podcast right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I screenshot these, bro. Here go the first one. Hold on. Bro, this is imagine watching the son of your former teammate drop 30 and yours just taking DIH.
They wildin'.
They talk about D Wade and Zaya Wade. Then hold on, here go the other one. Zaire Wade in bed traumatized after walking in on Zaya taking a
Hey, wow, bro.
Oh, another one right here, man.
Jesus Christ, they savage.
He definitely said Zaya probably taking dick in the back right now.
They wildin', bro.
Bro, I mean, it's savage,
crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah,
bro,
TikTok
is crazy.
Bro,
hey, all I'm gonna tell you, don't go down that Magic Johnson's son feed, bro.
Oh, I already know they killing.
Don't do it.
But it'd be so funny. That's what make them addicting, though, man. It'd be so funny.
You be on that laughing.
Dying, and I'm dying. Not supposed to be laughing.
I mean,
here's that. I'm gonna show you this website too. Now, before you get out of here, SB, I'm gonna tell you, this is very minimum effort, easy money.
Okay,
like
man, I like
very. So I'm gonna tell you this. This is how I know because I'm about to go crazy with it this month, and I'm gonna maximize it, see how much money I can make. So this company hit me up about a week ago. And they was like, we want you to sign up. And they said, when you sign up, you can also upload. But what they do is it connects to your YouTube page, and everything that you have on YouTube, it'll start to slowly populate it. It'll start populating it over to their site. You don't have to do it yourself. I guess they have a system in place that just slowly, and it takes a while because especially if you got a lot of videos, so it could take a week for everything to populate fully over, but it will ultimately get all of your content from YouTube and then populate it over here. I just had it populated all my videos, and I had my videos over on their platform because I think the pay period ended on the so I populated all my content on the 31st. And then the pay period ended on the 1st of the month. So just for that little small time before January 1st, which was probably like 8 hours, just a few videos that I had shifting over there already, I made 50. And they don't wait. The ad revenue, you don't have to. You're monetized immediately. Right?
Oh yeah, I need to get on that.
I made $58. Right?
Oh, in the day? Oh, that's
hold on. Let me show you. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put the link in the private chat for you because you don't. All you had to do is create it and make sure you use the same account that's a link to your YouTube account.
Email? Is it say email?
Yeah, because you have to connect accounts with your Gmail. I'm gonna put it in the private chat for you.
Yeah,
here it is right here. This is the website right here. I'm about to share my screen so you can see it.
Yeah, I'm finna go on
because it
ahead
looked
and
just
check now.
so it's basically the Chinese version of YouTube.
Oh
And
shit!
Let me share my screen.
I'm finna go ahead and do that right now. Then
Look at this. Look at this right here. So all my content is now populated over here, right? Right. And so it just obviously I don't have to do nothing. So this live right now, as soon as this live in, after about 20 minutes, it's already gonna be here. Then also, if you have other videos, like for you, if you got more content on your TikTok, you can download that all and put it over here.
Oh,
so the thing is, like with the monetization, like you don't have to do nothing to get monetized. Like, I mean, I think you have to populate all your content first over, and then it's gonna say you can go into the partnership program, but they got the memberships, they got the super thanks, and because their payments are actually easier because they just paid right through Stripe, so you don't have to do no whole Google ass and stupid stuff. You just sign in with your Stripe account, put your bank account information in, boom, just like that. You don't have to do no Google AdSense nonsense, none of that. And if you look at the whole platform, it
looked like YouTube.
It looked like YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to, and you can upload all you want. You could do it. And because I was thinking when I first saw these numbers, I'm like, okay, there ain't no way I really made any money, you know, because the numbers was low because all my videos are still populating over. But they hit me up. It was like, yeah, you made $58 in them 8 hours. I'm like, damn. I was like, what can I do if I really start going crazy with the uploads?
Might as well. Hey, look, tell them do I got to put code FYF to put my shit on for you? Let me know. I'm gonna put that
no. And so look right here. So and then they also, if you're a YouTube content creator, look right here. They push your content because you see right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. This is 75% of my views are from Gangjin World recommending your content.
Oh shit!
So
and they upload the thumbnails and everything.
Yeah, so they want me to do more content. They want me to put all my content over here, because they gonna push it for me. And look, you see it right here. It says my average view duration 28. My average watch time is 28 minutes and 38 seconds, which is damn good.
That is damn good.
Imagine if I start getting a whole bunch more views.
They're gonna go up. So, and do you when you upload it, when you connect your email, do it automatically take your YouTube stuff, or you got a certain button?
Yeah. So when you go in there, it's gonna when you sign up, it's gonna say, okay, you got to connect your YouTube account, and so you want to make sure you connect. It just makes the process easier when you connect the account that's just the same email as your YouTube page.
Okay, bad.
But bro, I can't understand the comments sometimes right here, like they be in Chinese.
That motherfucker said nice.
Hey, bro, their comments be basic as hell. But
fuck that. As long as they watching. Look, I'm gonna start doing some Chinese basketball league content.
Look, I don't understand it because it's weird because like some of the videos, like
they do.
Some of the videos get like 600 views, but obviously it just started.
It just started, yeah.
But you also got to be careful too because it populates everything. So like some of these videos right here were stuff that was just unlisted.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Like this video right here ain't got a title to it. It's just unlisted. Right. They didn't send that over there.
Oh, so shit. I got to check my unlisted. I probably got like an archive of stuff I supposed to drop in my. It's gonna be everything on there.
So I did. I got more premieres? Yeah, see, these are stuff I premiered, but
and you upload it straight from directly there, or it's from like your YouTube
some stuff I uploaded myself because some of the stuff is from news breaks, so I have videos that I did specific.
Yeah.
Sound like it's your mic, ain't it?
Yeah, it's your mic.
That's mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm about to go crazy with this to see how far.
There you go. Yeah, shit. I'll probably make one of these right now.
Yeah, because look, you got the memberships. You can go live on here. So I might just do a couple of exclusive lives just over here to see how many people actually pop up in the chat when I go live.
Yeah, you probably got to
I've never went live over here. So
yeah, you got to put your subtitles on though when you and them fucking talking.
bro. But I'm telling you right now, though, bro, with them pushing the content, if you go live, you might mess around and have a whole bunch of people watching.
And that's a whole different crowd to attract to too. People don't
Whole
understand
different
that.
crowd. Whole different crowd.
That's why that one dude, what's that streamer name? He got bigger than what he was Speed, because he started doing the soccer, get the international crowd. So people be forgetting about that. People just worry about getting people here. It's a whole other side of the world you can get. Watch your content.
So,
yeah.
I'm curious to see what my revenue for this next month is going to be when I just go crazy with the uploads.
Start spamming uploads on the head.
Renegade said it ain't an app, just browser. I think it's just browser. I don't think it's an app. I think it's just browser. Here, Renegade. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you, for everybody. If y'all want to go to the website, that's the website right there.
Yeah,
it's in the chat.
I'm gonna make this account right now. Yeah, and honestly, I'm looking at the content that's on the page. This is regular stuff, and it's in English too. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of stuff regular. It look just like YouTube. I'm seeing stuff about fighting
just
over
like
there.
YouTube.
I've seen gameplay stuff. Oh yeah.
And so another good thing that they do though is when you start uploading content on there, you making money, right? So you know how with YouTube, when you get monetized, you just start making money from that point forward. On this site, you start making money. You just can't get the money until your monetization goes through.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? So it's just sitting there building up until you get monetized.
You must be on the way early, because I just got recommended a short. It say this Atlanta Falcons got a channel on this page.
Bro, I'm telling you right now though, I think it's like a little hidden secret right now.
Oh yeah, because sometimes it's best to get on the way early, because that'd be easier for the monetize than you already be in the system early too.
Because when I got the email from I got an email from him saying, yeah, we think you would be good for monetization. And I'm like, what is this? I clicked on it, and when I saw how easy, I was like, well, let me go ahead and see what it's doing, man. But yeah, it sent it over.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with them emails too, though. Sometimes, because I've been getting a couple of them too.
No, this was legit. Like I definitely check.
Yeah,
but no, it's definitely legit. And they tell you right here how much you make. So they only take 20%. So the revenue share of the memberships,
it's 80 right now. Oh, that's the lick right now. Yeah,
it's better, way better than YouTube.
Because honestly, people need to start looking for another one than YouTube too, because YouTube got so saturated now. It's harder. So and then it's so many different other content. So like you said, you're right on a news break. People on TikTok went to something called Red Note. I know other people on something called Lemonade. Look up Lemonade too, Lamont. That will be the next TikTok. Because people trying to find the next thing to go to. I meant to ask too. Have you tried the Playback app? Is Playback worth it? Is it good?
So,
or what you think about Playback?
when I talked to Lo about Playback, Lo said that's the most money he ever made since he's been doing content creation. Now, but
they use Lo as the face though, right?
Lo's wanted. But here's the thing. See, Playback is highly dependent on you coming over there with your audience, right? So if you don't have an audience to bring with you, it ain't really gonna benefit you that much, right? So Lo brings a strong fan base and presence from Twitter and YouTube. He takes them to Playback, and when they start signing up for the NBA memberships and stuff like that, he getting the kickback.
Check out. Lo.
So, and I know Gil just signed on, and they paying Gil a bag to do it too. So they bring in the heavy hitters, but it's not popular enough of an app for people to just have it on their phone. People are only downloading it for specific content creators.
Yeah.
Like people will have it just to watch Lo on Playback, or just to watch Gil on Playback. Like you ain't just watching it just to follow any random. So
unless you get plugged through. I definitely seen. I think Lo was just on there with Gil not too long ago, and then I think Player Choice just did it with Gil too. So
because they're gonna. So what they do is for the bigger content creators, they do something called putting you on the main stage. Where they just feature your profile. Like as soon as you turn on the app, everybody sees you, so they're more than likely gonna click you and go straight to yours. So that's what it is right there. But I mean, I like it. I mean, I like the concept of it. for like people like Gil and Lowe, I would say it's good, but I mean, because they both like Gil has 1 million followers on IG.
And he already certified, so it's easier. But like you said, because I think it's like when I looked at it, like you gotta have like a room, and everybody join your room or some shit like
everybody
that.
join your room, and it's just like, bro, if you can't get people to join your room,
ain't no point making.
So those sites like that, to me, I feel like they're a little sneaky because they trying to blow themselves up by bringing in everybody else's fan base to one central area.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they just centralizing it, but it's only beneficial to people with big fan bases already.
Okay.
And it's like they trick the smaller guys when the smaller people see them doing it. Okay, let me go over there and try it. But so it's the smaller guys probably making crumbs. While the people at the top, they generally, like, if somebody was telling me about Twitch, there's like what happens with Twitch is everybody goes to the biggest
streamer.
The biggest streamer. So like you come over there with your 15 followers, your 15 followers should start seeing Gil and Lowe and Players Choice go live. Well, that's they fans now.
They gone.
Yeah, they go.
They go. They go. Like, hey, we'll come back and holler at you, but
y'all compete for the same viewership time because y'all covered NBA games. So who you gonna watch the NBA game with? The NBA players, Low, and you know, and the big streamers, or they gonna come and watch it with you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's I like it. I definitely think it's good, but I'm just trying to find like the unorthodox, like the new companies coming up out the woodworks, out the blue, and with TikTok about to go down. If I can get established on somewhere else, because people are gonna be desperately scrambling looking for somewhere else to go.
Yeah, because everybody on this Chinese app called like Red Note. That people doing that out of like spite. I heard another one called like Fan Base, but I ain't do my research on it yet. I'm gonna check it.
I've been hearing them all. Like I think the next one that's gonna go crazy is probably Threads.
Yeah.
But
yeah, people have an orthodox way of going like viral on Threads. It's kind of like weird, and you just think they just said the most thirst trappish thing you could possibly say.
Oh my god, bro! Threads is so fake right now.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So especially if you're a girl, just post a little butt picture or be like, "I wish I had somebody like this." Next, you know, it just go viral. That's why I was like, yeah.
And that's why I was starting to think it was like fake accounts on there because it's like the same. Because like I put something out there that's like legit, like sports content, and like. All y'all not even showing me sports content on there. Like when I log into Threads, like all I look up is sports content. All I post is sports content. But when I go through random threads, you ain't showing me no sports content. All you're doing is showing me everything but that. And so
and everybody posting use the same type of captions. That's how people go about it. Everybody literally posting the same caption. I remember one day, which my thread was random. It was like four different people in a row literally had the same exact caption, the same exact way with the same exact emoji. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this one. But Thread could have been big though. But no, I'm definitely on the hunt looking for the next one too, though.
But this one right here, because I'm gonna test it this month because I got another about 700 videos, but I gotta manually upload them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out too.
I'm just gonna upload everything, and I'm gonna see how much I can really make if I just go crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it right now, and then I'm gonna just upload everything and just start putting things on there, and then see what it do. See if they push it up. Hey, let's see.
Bro, I didn't even do much. Like, especially like if you just like do your old live streams and your old videos. I'm talking about. I had created my account with like 8 hours left in the pay period, and I made $58.
Yeah, see that,
and that was only with like 10 of my videos uploaded all.
Yeah, see, that's yeah. And then the best thing too, what I learned too, though, is to get on these accounts like early. I mean, or these sites early when they had a revenue split like decent, like you said, a 20%, you get 80%. That's rare to get right now. So take advantage early, and then if you already been on there early enough, they'll probably partner with you more and then push you more because you help build the site up.
Bro, and Newsbreak, I don't know what got into them. They started to scam now, bad, bro.
Oh yeah. But that's what happened though. Like.
They scamming, bro. With Newsbreak, I was making at one point in time, I was making easily $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
And that's just with like very minimal effort, like but Next thing I know, they changed up some stuff with how they pay. Bro, I got a payout from them. It said $94. I said, what the hell?
He like, nah, this ain't right. Something ain't right.
Bro, and then the next month, I was like, well, maybe I was just lazy. Maybe they want to see consistency. So I went crazy with the uploads. And so, okay, the next month might be one of my best months on there. Like 7 million, over like close to 10 million views, like qualified views. Bro, they sent me a $700 check.
Oh, they wild.
And I was like, okay, 700 still ain't really that bad. Like it could be better, but it's
yeah,
700.
You take it.
Then the next month, I think I did even more views. They sent me a $400 check. And I'm like, how did I do more views? These are all qualified in-app users, but you pay me less. And then it just kept going down and down. And it's just like,
yeah, I remember getting an email from him because I was like, when I started back off, like, man, I'm gonna start uploading my stuff on Newsbreak. And then I was like, I had one video that did decent. And then I had got that thing about they changed them. I was like, yeah, nah, I already know what this is going to be. Ain't no point in you uploading no more.
Yeah, when they changed the way to monetize, because now, like, oh, yeah, they just, they being shy. Because I tried to email them, like, bro, you guys got to explain to me how y'all do y'all RPM. I was like, it don't make sense for me to get more views, more impressions, more watch time, but I make less.
That's money that don't make no sense. I
was like, well,
the math ain't mathing on that.
It ain't mathing at all, bro. At all. Like, I think this last month I did 4 million views, $212 or something like that.
Oh yeah, no.
Which before in the past, 4 million views at minimum 1,800, 1,900 at minimum. So yeah,
get up out.
I'm gonna still because it is at the end of the day, it's easy money. So I'm always gonna leave content on there. So I'm not gonna leave it. But as far as putting a lot of time and focus into it, that's not happening.
Yeah, just be like, I'm upload this here since I'm uploading everywhere.
But I am gonna fuck with this Gang Gen world. I'm definitely gonna mess with them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make my account now tonight. Might as well. Gonna see what they do. If they hit for it, then I'm gonna rock with it.
I'm about to upload over the next probably 15 days before the next pay period end. I'm gonna try to upload at least 500 to 600 videos.
On Gang Gang.
Yeah, because I got a whole bunch of content that ain't even on YouTube. It's mostly over on Newsbreak, and I'm just gonna be I'm gonna just repurpose all that content over on Gang Gen World.
And did they even what they do? I know Newsbreak they were doing something for the articles too. Did they actually give you something for the articles or no?
I mean, but see, I don't understand how they pay for the articles because when I started on Newsbreak as a video content creator, so I was always getting paid for videos. So every time I did an article, it would just say $0.00. It wouldn't show I made anything off the article, even on the articles that did well. So I don't know how they pay for articles. I feel sorry if you're a writer on there because it seems like they're gonna do you bad.
Yeah, I think sometimes people be writers too because I've been in the process of looking like actually getting to like sport reporting because I was gonna probably do it for myself when I get a media pass Chicago sports, but I was like maybe I had like a legit company on my resume that'll be decent and it'll help to get better guests all the time or anything like that. But I was looking up. You ever heard of Sports Key, right? That little website, the news site. I know they got like an affiliate program. You should check it out. I was gonna look into it. I guess. Maybe like if you share their stories or something, and I guess if you get people to look at something, you get money for. I don't know how it really works. I know some of them sites be doing like affiliate program, or they be working with people with like I guess if you like do something on their stories or post it, I don't know.
Now the only other app that I use that is actually pretty legit. It's called here. I'll log into it so you can see it here. It's called Backpack. You ain't heard of it?
No, I ain't never heard of it at all. I see you got something called LeBron's. What the fuck is that? Like another betting site or some shit?
It's not betting. It's just a company where it's similar to like betting and stuff, but you're not really betting. It's like a company where you could just like put your money into a savings account. And your money just sitting there. They are actually, I don't know if they like use dividends from the money that's sitting there or what, but basically they will. As long as your money's sitting in this essentially a savings account, they will place parlay bets for you. So if let's say you have $100 in there, and they'll place parlay bets. If the parlay bet hit, then you'll probably win, like $15, $16.
Oh, okay.
And the only thing that can happen while your money is sitting there is it can increase. So the only thing is they pick the parlays, they pick all the bets. You just got to sit there and hope that some of the parlays and bets they hit. But it's kind of like a savings account that just naturally grows with them hitting parlays. And they don't.
You're gonna lose if they miss.
You can't lose money. You can't lose no money. So you just let your money sit there. It'll grow like your 100. And you put 100 in there. Let's say you want to sit $100 aside. You can literally put 100 in there. At the end of the week, it'll probably be like 127.
Okay, it is just a free extra $27, or you just keep it and let it grow.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just sitting there. You can't lose it. It won't ever go below 100. It's always going to be at 100 or more.
Oh, okay, right.
But here I'm gonna show you this one site right here. I haven't got paid on it yet. Here, I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen. But basically, this is for the music for your shorts and stuff.
Oh, okay. You got.
But they'll pay you. They'll pay you to use their music.
Oh, okay. And you just post a short.
And you just post a short. So really, right here. So I haven't done enough in shorts. But basically, it has all this music right here. And it has different moods and stuff like that. You can choose all that. So basically, when you're about to do a short, you just want to when you think you have a short that you ready to go, you just click use. You click this, and you can go straight to the YouTube video and click use sound, or you could just download the video and just have it saved and use the sound. But yeah, just use their music and they'll pay you.
Oh shit! All right. Do you upload it on their site or anywhere else?
You upload it on YouTube, TikTok, anywhere, all social media. So the way you upload it is right here. You connect your channels where you're gonna upload it, and they'll monitor it. So I haven't done enough. I think I've only used like 2-3 sounds. So I feel like this is for people that create a lot of shorts. But you can connect multiple channels too. So you can connect your YouTube, your TikTok, all your accounts. You can connect all your accounts, so it can. Every time that sound gets dinged, instead of doing a copyright, it's going to be like, okay, this is an authorized user of this sound, and then it's going to start counting that money up for you.
We need that, especially if TikTok's there around. But we're gonna have to see though.
Yep. So
I don't know. I know the other app was the one, like I said, the next one everybody trying to go to. I guess it's the same people from TikTok make it. So I don't know how this next one gonna last. But the smart thing they did for like Lemonade, if you make a Lemonade account, everybody who following you will still follow you. I'm trying to think.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I already got like 200 some followers. I had just made the account.
No, that's how Threads was.
Oh, really? It's like it brought your IG people over?
Bro, when like I did Threads, man, and the next thing I know, bro, all my phone was doing, it was like ding, 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 ding. It just kept going off. I'm like, what the heck? And I told Gil, I hit him up. I was like, Gil, you should get Threads. And I was like, yours might be 10 times worse than mine. I said, you got 1 million on IG. He said his phone was going off for like the next 6 hours.
Yeah, I would never did. Yeah, he got too much. I seen another one that looked just like TikTok too. It might go up. It's called like Clapper. It's literally look just like TikTok. It's literally like the same algorithm.
See, I mean, they sold me. Gang Gen World sold me because they just got straight to the money.
Yeah,
like they didn't waste no time. They did all the work as far as getting the content over, and then when it was time to get paid, they just shot the email saying, "Okay, you earned $58. It's already sent. Don't even worry about it." I'm like, "Okay, I mess with you."
Yeah, you said you got to make a what account to get paid? You said a Stripe or just connect your bank?
No, so it's like integrated in there. So hold on, let me show you. I'm gonna show you mine so you see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Let's just see what it do.
So like when you so let me move this comment. So like when you go in here, so right here on this side, like when you click monetization for you, it's gonna tell you to sign up. So on your dashboard, it's gonna be on the side right here. So you need 100 followers and you need 100 watch time hours to get monetized.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's gonna be easy. You're gonna get that immediately, and then you click apply now. And when you click apply now, it's going to take you to this screen where you're going to apply. So for me, mine says active on both. And then you get paid. It says Stripe Connect Express Dashboard. And And so you're going to set up. And so basically when you click on it, it's just going to walk you through some real quick stuff. Name, address, just the basic stuff, you know, that you got to give them to get paid.
Okay.
And so they can send you your tax information and probably take like a minute, 2 minutes, type in your information.
Okay, bet. I'm about to go on here and do that. I'll do that right now, actually. I'm telling you, so you set that up and go ahead and make it.
So yeah, I'm about to try to go crazy this month to see where I can take it.
Yeah, see what it do. Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
But look, SB, I'm gonna shut this one down, man. I'm gonna get up out of here.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you know how I do for me too.
All right, yeah, definitely just shoot me a text, man. It should for you. You definitely should see something.
Yeah. I'm gonna just see
you
what
should
it
definitely
do.
see something. But yeah, I just want to test it when I get it to the max.
And then see what you really hitting for. Yeah, see what the numbers looking like.
I believe it can go crazy.
Especially right now. Hell yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, SB. I'll catch up with you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. A salute to King Charles. I see you in the chat. Infamous says Juju Watkins will dethrone Caitlin Clark. She's going to dethrone Caitlin Clark in talent. She's not going to dethrone Caitlin Clark in popularity, though. Caitlin Clark got it for popularity. King Charles says, why Dreamers Pro hating on Bron today? All because Bron said he was unguardable at 15 and 16 against MJ. Well, that was Ron Artest said it a long time ago, so I don't know why he's mad. So, but what do you expect from people that don't play basketball? The only way you can be good at basketball is if you actually are kind of cocky. You got to know you nice. You got to be able to say you nice. There ain't no such thing as a humble hooper, man. Ain't no humble hoopers out there. People ain't just going to bust your ass in basketball and then be humble about it. All right, man. I appreciate that, man. But y'all look, man. It's FYF Sports, man. Another great show. Appreciate you guys pulling up. You're going to have Goat James Kingdom tomorrow on the Friday show. I'm going to be back live Saturday. I'm also going to do another live Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening as well. And I'm going to try to keep these lives rolling, man. But I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up, man, showing support. Salute to everybody that was watching from Twitch today, man. I think we got up to, let me check. I think we got up to over 100 viewers on Twitch, which that's big because normally I don't get anything on Twitch. So the fact that I seen like 100 on Twitch is crazy, man. So hold on. Matter of fact, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I'm going to be doing a little bit of gaming content as well. I don't know how many of you guys game, but if you want to follow me on Twitch, there it is right there. Twitch TV, twitch.tv/FYF Sports, man. Make sure y'all give me a quick follow on Twitch. Yeah, Renegade, man. I don't even know how I'll be finding them, man. It's just something that just popped up and it actually panned out to be something legitimate. So I just be sharing the wealth. That's all. But look, y'all, FYF Sports, man. That's another great podcast episode, y'all. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. But until then, man, it's FYF Sports. And we out.